chinchilla, dude.
Welcome back.
Oh my god. Hold on.
The best way to start a stream.
Cut the cameras. I gotta see this.
Welcome back to Tales and Taverns,
I don't know why I
your
said
favorite Saturday morning program. A
Chinchilla.
bunch of homies get around, play some
Oh my
Dungeons
god.
and Dragons.
What the fuck?
Dude, wouldn't you
You gotta show the camera, dude. You gotta.
No fucking way, dude. Look at them. Look at them. Oh my god.
Dude,
It works.
I'm glad you guys don't.
Oh, what?
I went there. That's right. I went there.
We're just
I went there. I don't care.
Suck my nuts.
This straw's going in your urethra.
This is wood, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I should have known it's from Uniquely Geek. I should have known it's wood.
Speaking of
So,
You're actually,
thanks for coming back.
Thank you, Connor. Thank you so much. You're my great
You're
friend.
not a
I love
chinchilla.
you so much.
Wait, hold on.
Greg, eat my
Forget
ass.
the fucking
You're
Tales
not
and
a
Taverns
chinchilla.
shit. Who called you a
You're a
chinchilla? Who called you a chinchilla?
This elderly Mexican woman at Ross.
Well, I can think of a few things you could have called her, could have retaliated
I
with.
called her a very bad word.
Here's what I'm gonna call you. Number one.
Here's the first one I got.
Hey, give me some.
Wait, let me see that real quick.
Oh my god.
You know what's funny? This looks more like Greg than he looks like you.
Is that a good thing or a bad
Well, you guys both just look
thing?
similar.
That's for you to decide.
Let me see that.
Fucking look at that boy.
I need to look at it. It gives me motivation.
Before they were famous, this is.
With our 25 viewers.
Welcome to Tales and Taverns.
Welcome to Tales and Taverns. We're joined by a chinchilla / tarantula over here.
Okay, you fucking.
Or wanderer.
The fuck you. Thank you.
This right here.
You spirit
Hashtag-
Xandir.
The
Hashtag
spirit of
tarantula,
Zen.
Jesus
hashtag
Christ himself.
chinchilla,
Spirit of
hashtag
Zen.
adventure.
Yo, Joshua.
No.
Fuck you.
Oh, I forgot. We gotta start the section by me punching you.
Useless pile of shit. I hate
Yes.
you and your stupid face, Josh, and your stupid sack. Your sack can eat my ass. I hope you.
I got
stick
rid of
that
the sack, remember?
Good.
I'll bring it back.
I hope you never get.
Can we
a
bring
sack.
back the sack?
No, I will.
How?
I will exile the
I
sack.
don't know.
Figure a way
It's
out.
like the Infinity Stones from Endgame.
That's what you can say from Mexico.
From Mexico.
From Mexico Endgame.
Mexican elk. What?
So,
Dude, can we start the stupid
So let's
session
start the-
already? We've been sitting here for a
I
while.
stopped you. You were the one who's been
I don't
talking.
care. I didn't say anything. You said
before we start
chinchilla.
I
today,
was expecting you to say.
let's get a couple of sponsors under our belt. Returning for every episode, we have Uniquely Geek.
What episode are we on? 22?
Oh God, don't ask me that.
I think we're in episode
I
50.
think we're on episode 1.
22 more.
It's like.
I'm mentally on episode 1.
We're actually on episode -23.
That's alright.
By
This has
the
been
way,
going
nostalgia
downhill
for
since.
episode 1
Oh.
before time.
This is just the opening.
Yeah, this is the
We
opening
haven't
act.
actually gone
We haven't
into
actually.
It's
yeah,
all
we're-
been
we're
a
still in the
dream, and
prologue.
we wake up in the Spindlewood.
We're still in the
Shoot
prologue.
myself in the head.
Imagine if I did that to you.
Here's my gun. Take it and use it.
No!
Alright, so Uniquely Geeked is a woodworking company. Shut the fuck up, dude. Creating fantastic products with great quality. We use their table that they have here that was created by them to play on, as well as dice rollers,
See my character sheet.
as well as cup holders. I got this special made D12 for me from Uniquely
Can
Geek.
you roll it?
I would not view it if I were you.
He's gonna do it.
That's not bad. That's not
That's
bad.
not bad.
That's pretty
I got an 8.
better than me and fucking
Is that like
there.
Oh, well,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, and it has an
yeah.
opening, so you can
I
put
would
like.
never get an
I
eight
put
on
my
that.
pencil in here.
Yeah, that's what that is. It's not like a.
You put pencil. You can put flowers. You put a pencil.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what that big dice was, because they had the same exact hole, but just
Mhm.
on the bottom for some reason.
I think it's for just storing stuff in it. Honestly,
Oh, shit.
just like you can put like a thing of flowers and just like make a little thing out of it. No, and then they make cup holders that we have. I don't know where those pieces went that you had, but they're like the dice holders. We got new dice holders up in this
It's very
bitch.
nice.
this biatch. But no, they make really good products, and they've been sponsoring us, giving us more and more stuff to work with every day. Just thank you so much to Uniquely Geek for being here and for giving us a space. And our other sponsor at Kroy Studios, a company that has provided us with the camera equipment, the microphone, all the technology and the tech that we need to make this show be a show. So thank you to Kroy Studios and to producer Nathan for being there and giving us this this equipment for us to be able to do this show. I'm looking at him and smiling because he's very cute. And one more thing. This will probably, I don't know, probably going to have 3 views on this video, but this will probably be the last episode of Tales and Taverns for a while. Just with some personal things, it's not really going to work out to do the show. We're going to do other shows. We're not going to just disappear off the face of the earth. We're going to do other board games and video games and stuff like that. So you can, if you do like our personalities and not just our gameplay, you can watch us. That's fine.
I think it's the only one that actually
Do
watch it. There's no way. They watch. They sit through 4 hours of this bullshit. Just die.
He
But,
also wants to travel to the back room.
For the actual Tales and Taverns
Oh,
show,
to the back room.
this is probably going to be the last one for a while. I don't know when we're going to bring it back. We'll keep you posted, but just with personal stuff, it's kind of hard to juggle life and being a DM at the same time. So, yeah. So, thank you for the journey. We do appreciate everyone who's come and watched, whether big or small. Doesn't really matter. We have a great time doing this, but yeah, we're gonna have a kick-ass session today. Have a great time, and we'll see you in some other content with us in the future. But no, that's pretty much it. Without further ado, let us jump into episode, I think it's 22.
This will be our longest session.
We're staying till 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
This will be a
first hour.
17-hour session.
Yeah. The first hour.
And there's going to be
The campaign in
no
this
breaks,
video.
No breaks. Finish the campaign speed run.
no eating.
No eating. It ends now.
Everyone dies.
I do want to say, stop! Okay, I worked hard for this, all right? Portition Cheech. I did rush. I have a high town hall with a shitty base.
I'm using your base. I'm really using your base. I'm not really.
You are? Oh.
Here, look.
Well, because you probably upgrade your items, your things, and I don't upgrade anything. I upgrade my town hall and nothing else. Except for my gold storage and elixir storage, because I needed to upgrade. So, this is not the end of our story by any means. We are just taking a break, figuring out. I might even, honestly, maybe switch to a different. What's it called?
Alright, did I have to say that?
That's what the real reason is. I'm actually transitioning.
We're leaving because we're all transgender, alright?
Alright,
We're
everyone.
gonna stay here.
That's what-
Next time you see us, we're gonna be bald.
Called Tranny and Tails.
Tails and Trannies. But I might use a different. What's the name? What's the word? What's the word?
Tranny.
Can we just start the guest, please?
Oh, I'm trying to think of the word that I'm trying to think of.
I rolled 20 on lethal
No,
damage
dude.
for
Why?
no, I'm kidding.
I don't remember.
I'm kidding.
A different,
I'm gonna shoot you.
game.
Oh.
We meet your
That's a little easier to. Yeah, a different. What's it called? I can't hear you.
Format, platform, transition,
Yeah, but to a different.
medium.
Honestly, I would actually.
It's like like D&D, Pathfinder, Starfinder. They're all different.
RPGs.
I guess.
MMOs.
Yeah, but there's a word I can't think of.
Role-playing games.
Yeah, but like. Yeah, but like. I don't know.
What are you talking about? I'm gonna start a podcast.
I don't know what I'm saying. It might be a different game other than D&D that's just a little easier to juggle. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm saying.
Let's do Minecraft, guys. Tell us Minecraft.
That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but yeah, we're trying
You had no.
a different transition.
I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there with you. No, I won't go there.
Yeah, but there's like specific instead of game, there's a specific word I want to use
forgot I added.
because there's these games are like different editions, I guess, different versions of whatever, but it's fine. Something else
Did we even kill him? 'Cause I let
that's
him go
easier to
before,
deal with.
remember?
That we can just plunge more into the story. Maybe do more of an interactive story than an actual game. I don't know. You know what I mean?
You know I'll be your biggest banker.
I know. But we'll see. We will see what happens. I'll think about it. I'll brainstorm it. I got a brain up here that works half the time, so I'll think about it. But no, thank you for the journey, and we are not over yet. So we love you. Now let's jump in
We got some spin-offs
I don't know where my character
to Elementus, the wrath
Just a stream on
of
Twitch.
Brotherhood.
Everyone's
And we do
like,
the intro song. Ba-na-na-na-na. That's the intro song. Alright guys, so last time we left off.
Where's my character sheet?
What did you do with your character?
I don't
know.
know.
Fucking no. I'm not. Am I my brother's keeper?
Mario.
You found him!
No, that's not.
I gave my
Oh,
inspiration.
also,
right?
since you guys,
we're going where?
it's the last session for a while, you all get a D12 inspiration for today.
Oh, okay.
Hot.
So, I'll give you that much.
It's one that went from the shield, right?
Watch, I'm gonna remember the word I'm thinking, and then in the middle of the session, I'm gonna scream it out.
Come.
Male ejaculations.
Big nuts.
Big nuts.
So, Crid, when do you have to leave today?
I'll leave at like 1:30 for like half
No,
an hour.
when do you have to leave for work?
Oh, I work at 5.
Where you going? What 30?
Well, I'm gonna go buy a bowling ball. I need someone my mother found.
When do you have to leave?
Why?
Why are you
Connor, when do you have to leave?
You found someone online selling a ball. So I'm gonna go buy the ball and come back.
When do you have to leave, Logan?
Whenever.
You're getting really
Whenever
really
you
into
kick-
it this year.
Whenever you kick
You guys
me
can
out
just
of
leave?
your house.
Okay.
Whenever you kick me out, alright?
Just think, we might make today a little longer.
Want to get it.
Okay.
Make me want to
Yeah,
get
I'm
it.
fine. I don't have to go in at 2 tomorrow.
I would
Okay.
go. It's
I
60.
go in at 12.
It's 60?
So,
Wait,
It's 80 if you go for everyone in the state. It's 60 for that location alone.
last
Oh, yeah,
okay. Alright.
we
When you wanna go,
left
Grid?
off.
Whatever. I'm going.
Alright, I'm going. Yeah, I'm gonna get it.
They're talking about bowling.
Sorry.
Balls.
Okay. I love balls.
Don't forget to follow me on Wasteland Gaming on Twitch.
Dude,
I did actually
I thought it was
officially
DR.
Alright,
did?
let's get started.
Wait, what?
I did officially
You did?
Yeah.
oh, go follow
I
Greg on
officially
Wasteland
created
Gaming on
Wasteland
Twitch.
Gaming on Twitch.
Actually, do that.
I haven't even started streaming yet.
Go
It just
follow
sits
him
there.
and then sit do his streams and tell him how much you love him.
It's literally gonna be. I'll be streaming a lot of things.
I watch, dude. I'm gonna watch.
Some bitch.
Some bitches.
It's gonna be Warzone. I'm gonna be shouting racism.
Reunite?
But knowing Twitch, I'll be perma-banned in the first 5 minutes of my stream.
That's alright.
Excuse me.
Okay.
So-
So, might be. Yet they still haven't banned Pokey.
Do it.
For showing her feet. Just for showing her feet. I was the one in the chat that asked her to show her feet, by the way. It was me. Last time we left off, you guys had arrived in.
Sorry, I hit the button.
Can I please try it? I really want to
No,
try
I
it.
don't want you to.
It's just flavor.
Fine.
Can I try?
Yes.
He's allergic to bananas and there's banana juice in there.
I
It's
got
not,
I got
it's the-
911 on hold.
Stop,
It's
Justin.
artificial banana. He's gonna.
It's artificial banana.
It's artificial banana.
I got it. I got it right here.
Swelling up right now. His tongue's gonna
That's
go.
so good.
There he goes. I guess I will take over.
Just in case we need it. Just in case we need it.
I don't even know how to
Just in
fucking
case
do
we
it.
need
I
it.
got Benadryl right there. It's okay. I got Benadryl over there.
Just in case we need it. He's gonna die.
Dude, if that one comes through,
What the
arrested.
fuck happened?
Before they
the
come,
water
like,
bottle's not working.
For the cum.
before they come, they're gonna come.
They're gonna see Justin dying from allergies.
Get down.
He's a demon!
Are you white? Oh, half. Fuck.
They see me and him.
That's not enough.
We're gonna die.
He says fuck because he knows he's...
Are you white? Uh oh.
At least me and Nathan will live, and the rest of you won't.
What about?
I want to die.
Just half.
Oh shit! Yeah, you be shot.
Alright, can we please start?
So, last time we left off, you guys had arrived in Silex, the region of Earth, where you had gone through
Had a little bit of space.
the city of Lie, a city named very, a very not coincidental name.
Village
It's a
full of
very,
monsters
yeah,
that
a
just wanna
monstrous,
slay.
exactly, a
That's-
monstrous,
Sorry, did I
and
say slay? I mean lame.
I mean cum.
Oh my god.
This city just full of these monstrous races and people of just low down, dirty intent.
18.
Just let's low down, dirty. They don't abide by the law. They kill each other. They throw each other. They eat each other. They fuck each other. City of Lie, full of monsters. But going through the mountain peaks, you arrived at the city of Jero, which is where Frank Lumen is originally from. Going through, you were able to meet his family. Daughter Sasha. Son
Yes.
Terrence
I live there.
was changed to Terrence.
Change to Terrence.
And Grace.
Oh yeah, Barney.
Sasha being a bard, Terrence being a barbarian, and Grace being a fighter, who just was accepted into the royal knighthood of Silex. That's a really good protein shake, dude. Going to the house, you were able to find out that Frank's youngest daughter has a boyfriend who is not exactly the same age as his girlfriend. You see, gnomes live up to 400, 500 years. Sasha being 200 and something years old, 240 something years old.
It's okay, we'll put a stop to this.
And
Wait, I was gonna try him.
Roderick being a
Complete.
complete just
Utter fucking moron.
stupid idiot. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
He's
But
stupid as fuck.
he is 17 years old. Which,
He's a dark elf?
yeah, he's a drow.
Which is like, they live to like 800.
So he's like a pubescent child.
Yeah.
But he's literally like about to hit maturity, but not there yet. 3 months. 3 months.
Age is just a number.
Just couldn't.
It's just a number. If you don't think about it, it doesn't matter.
And jail is just a place.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. Thank you.
And the warden is just a man who's
Call me the keyboard warrior. I'm
Keyboard warrior.
I will fight for you
Well,
online,
you
but
look
not
like
in
some
person.
kind of warrior, but not the one I'm thinking of.
But you all had a dinner together,
Yeah.
No. That's my problem.
and then
Why do you think I have
took
3
the
warriors?
conversation outside, where you discussed Ryak, his god, and his beginnings. Where, on the one hand, Joshua says that he knows and has met Ryak's parents. On the other hand, is God telling him that he does not have such a thing, that he was created and put into the world by himself. So now there are two contrasting ideals of Ryak's growing up that he is not exactly sure of what to believe. He wants to believe his God because his God has never lied to him, but also if there's someone from his kingdom saying that he knows people that he's never met, it still strikes a chord within him. Going back into the house, you guys had went down and slayed a demon in the basement of
So
Frank's
you
home.
guys did kill her.
A demon who had run through the city, and Frank was able to capture it but not banish it quite yet. And instead of banishing it because he didn't have the spell on him, they just beat it to a pulp, beat the shit out of it, kill it. And after leaving off, you guys had packed up your things and began to head towards Lumen Academy, the school in which Frank Lumen had taught, become principal, and become owner. So now you are on your way to Lumen Academy.
That's how it's built.
So it's on fire.
No. No. But just like just that, and they have all sorts of teachers and stuff. But I haven't been there, so I don't know the faculty. I haven't been there in like 40 years.
It's true.
There's a small big statue of me. It's a big statue, but I'm super small.
Yeah. So it's like the size of him.
I'm important, I swear.
I'm in Portland. So you guys walk through the city, across the street, and eventually, going through the houses and the buildings and the shops of whatever's in the city, you get to this large white marble with pillars kind of building. Almost looks like the White House, but not as prestigious, a little bit smaller, and although it has these pillars going up and this nice statue of Frank Lumen. His staff in the air, his mushroom shield at his side, and spitting a little bit of water out of his mouth into this fountain.
Ego boost.
I had nothing to do with that.
You look at it and you go, it's still in great condition the way you left it. It's getting a little green, which you actually like. A little bit of that limestone green, which you're actually, because you're green. You're a green daddy.
Quick guys, clean it.
All right, lads. Well, this is my school.
So he wasn't lying.
A school, huh?
No, I wasn't lying.
I don't think I've ever been to
You
a
thought
school before.
I've been lying this whole time.
I don't know. You're rather old. Perhaps you're a little senile.
I'm not old. You're just a baby. Baby boy.
Alright.
Baby boy.
Alright, fine.
Little baby.
Baby bitch boy.
Alright, let's go inside.
I don't think I've ever.
Kick open the.
I don't think I've ever stepped inside of a school.
Daddy's home!
Daddy's home.
Hi, Mr. Newman.
Excuse me.
Newman?
Kids like,
Newman.
to start punching kids left and right.
Kicking open the door.
Did you do your homework?
A loud echoing through the hallways.
Thanks.
This school is a 2-story school.
Yeah.
The bottom story has more of the actual classes and the rooms where everything happens. The top is much more of staff and faculty kind of. So going through, you're kind of doing a check through. You do see the. It is the assistant principal because you are still technically the principal, but the assistant principal is taking over your job of being principal. This Dragonborn.
I'm down for that.
When did we agree upon that?
Don't
took
you
your
represent
position,
that?
now
You
we
can do
have
better off than
Yo, remember when we were just, heroes? Remember that?
not just
Nada.
murder hobos.
Is this blue with purple scale Dragonborn. But you've always noticed something weird about her. Where of all the other Dragonborns you've met who are just like human beings that are dragons, she has wings. She has a tail. She has curved toes. And she's a little bit more skinny and scaly. But she has this blue kind of bluish gray with this purple coursing kind of color going throughout her. Holding this kind of makeshift parchment clipboard in her hand and this ink quill in the other, kind of jotting down just notes, looking into classrooms, jotting down notes on it. As you bust on the door, she turns her head around. She goes, Principal! Principal Lumen!
Oh, Daddy, who's this motherfucker?
Yes, Miss Anaheim. How are you?
Oh, I am good. I'm good. You know, I have been keeping, tabs on whatever I can for you in case you return. I do want you to know there has been a bit of a breach.
A what?
A lot of teachers have passed away. You see, there was a bit of a. I don't know if anyone told you. Some of the citizens of Lai came through and kind of slaughtered a lot of people.
Why would they do something like that?
It's the city of Lai. I don't know if you're from here, my good friends, but Lai is an unruly and terrible place.
But what did they gain?
They got to eat dead bodies. They got to rape and pillage. It's all they really want.
So they're cannibals.
Well, not really, because we don't really have many monstrous races here. But they're all monsters. Goblins and orcs. Gnolls. Ugh, makes me shudder to think just the thought of it.
Where are they?
Right now,
Yes.
I would think they're back in the city. This was months ago, but we've replaced a lot of teachers, and we were able to keep most of the students safe, but at the extent of losing teachers. So if you look around the wall, and she shows you the wall, you see these framed caricature paintings of the teachers that passed away.
What did you say? What did you say? What did you say?
Did you say were they tasty?
Oh, because he
So-
killed them all?
You're understaffed.
Well, no,
I will teach
we
you class.
we
we
hired
hired more
new people.
Oh, I can teach.
I can teach.
Teach everybody to bitch and complain about their life.
I'll
Teach
teach
everybody
people how to
about that.
rob and steal.
I'm a fucking expert.
Well, could you show me around and introduce me to some of the new teachers?
Of course, I would love to, and I'm sure the students would love to meet their idol of the school. All right, so
Their founding father.
you notice
Their daddy.
Pretty much the founding father.
as she kind of goes and she goes, well, I was in this classroom surveying, so I guess I'll start here. Our new mathematics teacher. She kind of goes and leads into the room. You see this classroom full of students on this very makeshift kind of sheep wool rug. They have these wooden tables that they all sit at. It's a regular classroom, but like without any of the technological components of modern day. So just very like tables and chairs and just this large stone that they carve into. And whenever they finish carving the notes into the stone, they have workers that come in and replace the stone tablet with a new one, and they carve. And there's no chalk in
That's suck
1100.
ass if you forget to write your notes.
Why not charcoal on wood?
What? Because it's harder to. I don't know. Ask them.
Wouldn't that be easier than to carve into a stone to use like?
Get
Yeah,
pieces of
but
wood
they
and
can.
carve into
But they
wood.
can. Kids can come up and rub charcoal out. They can
Why
come
don't
up
they
and wet
use
it.
wood pieces and you carve into their wood like it's a notebook?
I don't know. They use stone.
Why don't you guys fucking suggest this to
Wait,
them
but
instead
he's
of
written
watching
books.
No,
How did he
we
write
are
his books?
Parchment.
Clone pen?
So why not use something like that and then cast your magic on
Because
it?
they didn't have big parchments like place on the walls. They used stone tablets.
Here's an unused notebook. Fucking
Carry on.
Do you understand how hard it was to write with my tiny hands and this giant ass Quinn and Pill?
Where'd you get the
Why not
quill
make
from?
something smaller for you? I know you have big ones.
Because then I'd have to use magic to resize it and not just increase the parchment size, but increase the lettering size. And then if I did that, I'd have to cast another spell on an item that already has a spell casted on top of it to multiply all the fucking things. Alright? So, don't. Alright, you don't understand.
So pissed that he lost his accent and it came back.
But you said the equivalent of a stick for your hand. Just use a smaller.
I have an unused notebook you people can use.
Get a better god.
Take
Like,
it.
we all have things that we're not proud of.
I can't
Alright,
stand
buddy?
watching those kids chisel on a goddamn tablet.
No, they have parchment.
Oh, thank God.
Here's the thing.
Are they using
The
I thought they
school-
were
Maybe
like
like,
actually
the
carving
don't
school
be
resources,
emotionally
the
manipulated.
paper and the
Alright?
wood.
How about that?
Okay, so
When
I
they
understood
came-
as
when-
if
yeah.
they would walk up to the front of the class
No.
and write on it.
It's just a
and I'm like,
teacher.
that's a suck ass, and someone has to take notes, and if they fucking take you.
Yeah. No, the teacher carves it and they
Okay.
write onto the parchment. What happened with the school resources when Lai citizens came through? They burned the wood. They burned the paper. So
Well,
everything the
budget-
students had, they had from their home, but the actual stuff for the teachers, you can't burn
Budget
rock.
cuts.
So they use stone until they get enough
We're gonna
back.
fire one of the most
Here's a gold
motivational
bar.
teachers.
Take it for you.
This plot is just
Are you,
based off
sir,
real
are
life.
you, are you serious?
Teachers are
The fact that you guys are running stone tablets, please for the love of God, take it and buy some stuff with
Just like
it.
in real life happened.
It's bold.
You just give them money.
Oh.
I give him the gold bar.
You have very generous friends, Mr. Lim. Thank you. What is your name?
Joshua.
No, wait. Did he just give you money?
Yeah.
What did he give you?
A gold bar. That was from the last time from the sack.
Hold him down.
Stop giving out dirty money.
It wasn't even dirty money. I got it fair and square. He wasn't paying attention.
Thank you so much. Puts into a sack.
Ah,
You snooze, you lose. But in this case, he wasn't fucking watching it.
So she kind of goes, anyway, I'm sorry I was a bit taken off track there.
Nice roll.
This is our mathematics teacher, Mr. Bloomhouse.
oh,
He turns around and he's just this half elf with giant glasses that make his eyes look huge. He looks rather young. Kind of has this brown hair, this chiseled jawline. Handsome fellow. Not too pointy ears. He's just wearing his basic button-up shirt that's kind of half tucked into these slacks. And he turns around and goes, oh, hello there. My name is Professor Bloomhouse. Andy Bloomhouse.
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I've heard great things, Mr. Lumen. I've heard great things. Thank you for letting me into your academy to teach. The students are doing a wonderful job. You see lots of little kids, like little human kids and elven kids and dragon kids. Very great, very cute.
Well,
very
no,
warms your
thank you,
heart.
lad. Thank you for stepping up.
Of
and,
course,
teaching.
yes,
It's important.
certainly. Okay, next is our new alchemical teacher. She is a bit loud and explosive, so
I'm
do
gonna like it.
be warned. She opens up the door and you see this bearded dwarven woman who has these giant goggles on her head, and there's just, as soon as you open the door,
I was gonna say
and the
that's
kids
gonna
go,
happen.
Oh,
kids
wait, how
turn-
little are the kids?
oh my god, like,
Fuck.
I mean, between 8 and 11. Yeah.
Come play with us.
Hey. Oh, I apologize. My phone's over there.
You could just text me and then let me know, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Mom, get
Sorry,
room.
please.
Drink D&D. She's
For
the
the last
she's the-
session.
We need a wizard anyways. Should we make a wizard?
Yeah, should be the wizard.
Sorry,
A
guys.
wizard.
I apologize.
Kyle the wizard.
Or not though. You're
just
just
start smoking all the
black
air in there.
Oh fuck! Here go my lungs.
That's actually what I taught my first couple years.
Taught him how to smoke.
Brewery.
Damn.
Potions.
Oh.
So this one you're very skeptical of because it's your
Yeah.
high
I'll
thing.
teach you kids.
And she seems to be doing it a little bit recklessly,
Yeah.
but the kids are enjoying themselves. And you see there's just this puff of green and purple smoke comes up. So she kind of takes off the goggles, and you just see this like this greenish, purplish powder like on her face, but her eyes are clean. She goes, "Well, if it isn't Frank Lumen,
Isn't the new potions?
I've always wanted to meet ya."
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
Her hand just explodes.
Squeezing your hand, just cracking bones. And she goes, "Try this! I want you to try this. I saved this especially for you." Comes into the back, into this cabinet, and opens it up. And she just brings up this potion and kind of swirls it and gives it to you.
Drink it.
Yeah. Your
Maybe
eyes
you'll
begin to
grow taller.
jitter, and every step you take, when you take a step, your body immediately jerks forward, and you kind of. She goes, "Run down the hallway."
My name is Barry Allen. I'm the fat.
And you just, your little legs extremely fast, and then back to the room. And extremely fast. She goes, "So we're off in an hour. So be careful with your step."
I'm just gonna start sprinting around the room, dodging the little kids.
Just drink
No,
milk.
smack him as you run around.
Drinking milk.
Drink milk.
Hey, guess what a potion effects in the Minecraft game I play?
Yeah, just drink milk.
Why would I want to do that? This is sick.
He falls off a cliff.
Can I run up and just kick Xandler and just run away?
Yeah, it's an extremely fast kick. You kind of get kicked in the butt, and your wiener area smacks into one of the kids' back chair, and he's gonna, oh,
Loser!
and the kids are all, they're all laughing at you, and it gets funny. And then she goes, "All right, children, enough laughing. Let's get to potion making." And she goes behind the counter, and she takes out a bunch of shit and just tosses it on the table. And you're like, I don't know if I want to see this right now.
All right, next class.
Kinda,
Oh, I wanted to see some kid explode.
you know, we encourage nature kind of. We encourage a learning environment that also includes fun. So when you go to a learning environment like Mr. Bloomhouse,
Invisible for the rest of the life.
with a slow and very methodical way of learning, and then you have your next class with Ms. Dirkley, I mean, the results speak for themselves. Children learn more when they're also tantalized by fun.
Stop it.
I heard Tank Venom. What?
Oh, let's go to our Elementus history teacher. Teach us about the history of our wonderful land.
Yes, I would love to speak to this one. Man.
Opening up the door, there is this. You guys have not seen a creature like this in your life. And even you, the knower of all, have not seen someone like this.
Oh, fuck.
Tall, skinny, lanky, yellow-skinned, long ears, but a nose that's not really a nose, more of just two nose holes.
Is it a snake?
Spiky? No,
Oh, fuck.
it's still a human.
Oh,
Spiky black hair that shoots back with this kind of. It's not really a tiara. It's more of like a crest that kind of holds the hair
So
into this thing.
it's kind of like Jolteon.
In a way, but as a human.
Yeah.
Very tall, lanky, and actually has kind of almost brown liver-like spots to make it look like a cheetah print, kind of, but not in the way of its a tabaxi. It's a humanoid thing. It looks a little alien-like.
It's a furry.
No, it's completely rubbery, fleshy
wasp.
skin. No, it's a person.
Oh, fuck.
It's a
There's no animalism about it.
Okay.
It's more alien-like.
Calling it now. This guy is God.
You step in,
Two muffin biscuits.
and you're instantly looking.
Join me.
I know that I had the same reaction when I first saw him too.
Goodbye.
This is Mr. Grazzle. That'll be G''RAZZ''L. But he knows a lot about our world. A lot. Like, more than I do. Yes. Her wings kind of flap a little bit as she says that, kind of resting behind her back to give it the impression of a little bit of that she's taken aback by how much he really is aware of the world that you all live in. As you open the door, he goes, "Hello.
Hey there.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Gorthax Grazzle.
My name is Ryan.
He has these kind of leather strips that go around his body and these cloth wrappings around his hand. He looks like he's built for battle, but he's teaching a class. And all the students are intently staring at the board, not making a sound, not even looking back at you. Almost as if they're in some kind of trance, staring and just learning. You see, on the board, instead of being a stone tablet, it is a magical portal with images flashing through. And he's pointing to them. He's making gestures. You see this, like, this earthy land kind of go by. You see this kind of swamp pass by. He's not saying anything, but the kids are all staring like they're learning. You see this large skeletal figure, hood covering his face, and he's just kind of stomping through a bog. And the kids are just staring and learning. And she goes, "Well, we shouldn't bother them too much. He seems very, very into what he teaches. But you know, you really learn a thing or two from this guy. I did. And I'm 60 years old."
I'll stay.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. There's some extra chairs in the back. You kind of pull one up and just sit it down. Make an intelligence saving throw.
I don't want to.
Oh yeah. By the way, these kids are like they're hypnotized.
Oh.
Yeah, because students don't just sit there and There's a huge magic.
Could I need a big boy?
You were able to. You feel like your mouth opens a little, and you get entranced in this learning, and you start to hear his voice begin to billow in your mind, without his lips moving.
Oh, that's cool.
But you kind of just, what the fuck, what the hell, and then you just kind of break out of it and just watch what's going across the screen. But you can't hear what he's saying unless you're tapping into the telepathic communication that he's giving these students. He never talks, but they learn so much. And whenever someone asks them about what they learned in his class, they can recite word for word what he said. It's an astounding feat.
Is he a telepath? Most in a moment to find out.
I am into whatever he's teaching.
She kind of leads out and goes to the next room.
You're never gonna know.
Well, I mean, are you sitting for the class?
What?
Are you sitting in for the class?
I don't know.
Because they don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I'm intrigued.
Sticky.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It's Kroy Studios.
What is happening?
Do you want to meet more?
I would love to. I think it would be fun.
I'm such a rude person. I apologize. I never caught the rest of your names. I was so wrapped up in.
No, my name is Ryak. It's a pleasure to meet you.
And you said your name was Joshua. And your friend in the chair.
His name is Arthur.
Arthur.
He's a very
He's a chinchilla toast.
I'm just looking at it. I like what he's teaching right now.
You do eventually see Akadi kind of flash across, blowing wind out of her mouth, and this piece of land lifts up and becomes suspended in the air.
All right. Well, it's time to go. Next class.
No.
Grab you and turn over.
Well, there he goes.
I don't like this guy at all. I don't like this guy at all.
I'm sorry.
Over the next class is the leather worker, who's just kind of sitting there. Opening up the door, you just find this large minotaur man sitting at a desk and just stripping leather. Just like this. Look, take it. He just takes it with his bare hands and just... And the students are like... Oh, I forgot, sorry. He goes up to each of them and takes his horn and pokes a little divot into each of the students' leather, and then they are able to rip it, and he goes, use your strength. Use the strength inside you. As members of Elementus, use the strength and rip. Rip, my children, rip!
They're 9 years old. Like,
They all like,
Up behind one of the kids. Okay.
rip it.
I like him already.
Good. Very good.
Going back to his.
I'm very proud of you. You've all done a wonderful job today. The door opens up. Ah. Welcome in. What may I do you for?
We've come to take a look around, Mr. Frunklumen's school here.
Oh. I never got the chance to meet you, Mr. Frank Lumen. I am Mr. Muland. And I teach the leather working. How to create. You know, leather in itself, while a solid object, is still an art. And many of the greatest warriors start their journeys with the simple leather.
yeah, I'm a big fan of leather.
Yes. As am I. I love leather.
Alright, buddy.
My wife likes to use them.
Alright.
There's not much to see here. I mean, it's just a minotaur teaching how to rip leather in half.
Miss Anaheim,
Yes.
where did you find Sparksy McGee over there?
I'm sorry?
The yellow guy.
Oh.
My history teacher, Uncle Blacken.
No, stop it!
He just appeared to us one night. He came to our door and knocked and said, I know what happened here. I would like to take the role of the teacher of history. I know a lot about this world that we live in. And so we interviewed him and asked him questions, and everything he got correctly right, even the things that we didn't know.
Alright, buddy.
So we decided to let him in and
Get your
What was his
ass.
name again?
Gothak Squixon.
I'm about to get this guy's ass. Hold on. Storm of Vengeance. I'm just kidding.
Fireball.
I'm tiptoeing. Fuck. Stop it!
That would take you back to the history class.
Why did you try and sneak away from us and go back? 'Cause that's actually pretty cool.
I just want to go back to history. Okay.
Snake.
I just want to go to history class.
How many
I'll
other
vote
teachers
for
are
you.
there?
There's a 19 on your sneak. Get the fuck out of here.
I like yellow guy.
Indeed, quite yellow he is.
So what do you? What's the next step?
The tomato was gonna fall.
Can we see some more teachers?
Certainly.
He's probably running out of.
Sweet.
No,
Yeah,
I got him.
we're gonna
Don't worry, I got it. As many as you want to see, I got him. Don't worry.
We just needed to talk. Is Stonius still around?
You know what? He actually is.
Really?
You can't kill that bugger.
No, you can't.
All I was gonna say is they lead us out to a grave.
But no, he's right over here. He opens the doors and
Yeah, where is he?
he goes about 3 doors down, kind of opens it up, and I mean it's the same classroom you left. You know what I mean? But there's no students in there, and he's just sitting at the desk and he's just.
Yeah, I'm going back to history.
Is that fucking Frank Lerman?
You son of a bitch!
Oh
Bring it
my
in!
god! Oh my god!
Ah,
Oh!
you doing, buddy? How you doing?
I'm doing good, my friend. How about you?
Well, lad, we've run into a bit of a pickle.
Tell me.
Traveling with 2 idiots. I'll let you all figure out which one's which.
Okay.
And we have to figure out what these are. And I'll pull out the stars.
Oh.
Actually, I have the stars. So I
Okay, whatever. I'll show them a star piece.
Oh. Interesting.
The lore, Connor. The lore.
Well, let me take a closer look at these.
Get the character sheet.
Fuck. Yeah, takes him in his hand and he goes, you know, I've heard about these things. They are belonging to the royal court of wherever the fuck. But I don't know what they do. They have some kind of magical wishy-washy inside.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not, the most magically inclined. Much more of a working with me bare hands kind of man.
Yeah, and with that armor of yours, you're something else, man.
Well, you know what they say. You're a shower, not a grower.
He's a battle
I have a
rager
big
barbarian,
penis.
so he has spiked armor.
That's cool.
Like heavily spiked.
These
armor.
would make wonderful spikes, just saying. But I'm not going to take your star points of faggotry, I'm not going to do that to you.
Yeah. No, we just wanted to stop by and say hello.
Sure. If you want to know more about what these things are, they have a rich history of our world, so I would ask, the freak over down 4 doors down. He'd probably know if anyone would. And classes are about to end, and takes out this kind of sundial and opens this little curtain, and the sun shines on it. In about 3 minutes.
What do you know about Sparksy
My
McGee?
wings are sprouted. I'm fine.
Sparksy McGee. That's a good name. I'm gonna call him that from now on.
Good.
Never trusted the bloke. Never did.
Yeah,
They,
something strange about
He
him.
came here one day and just started working for us. And well, I don't know. I don't want to be a rude person to kick someone out, but his teaching methods are strange, to say the least.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know much about the guy. Quite frankly, I never really care to know much. As long as the kids weren't in danger, that's the most important thing.
All right. Well, it was nice to see you.
It was great to see you.
And I'll stop by when we leave to say goodbye.
Sure,
But,
certainly. If
yeah,
you need
go-
any armor, I don't know what you're doing nowadays,
Yeah, do you guys
let
want
me
armor
know.
or
Let
anything?
me know. I can make you some anything for Frank Lumen and his gang of
Do
friends.
you guys need any armor?
I'm good.
Always.
We'll talk to the man.
Sonius is a dwarf?
Yes.
Yes. Is it
Very rough, gruffy
mountain
dwarf.
yeah.
He's a battle rager barbarian. He's awesome.
You see, back in his day, he used to have this kind of this goldish red hair that went into gray. It's completely stone gray now. By this point, he's completely just this like bushy, almost afro of grayish hair, and then this huge beard, like this epic beard, just bulging muscles and this apron over him that's kind of dirty a little bit. Over here for name.
Zanlair.
Good name.
Yeah, Arth.
Oh.
Did you have a stroke halfway?
He's not that intimidating.
Sorry. Somebody's phone. Sorry, Arthur.
Arthur.
What is this?
What's the
phone?
Joshua.
What's a phone?
And
Shut up.
Right.
Okay.
you are. I want to build armor for you. I want to. It makes my pinky tingle.
Well,
I
I
thought
would
I
love
read
any armor you can make.
So I thought I read
I've never made something for someone so
Kicks when the kid
large and boisterous, and not in a bad way. You are
I'm
extremely built. Wow.
Well, thank you. You look rather built yourself.
Thank you very much. I work hard on it.
The
It's like me
the
with
chat
packaging. It's like me with packaging to a smaller genocide.
Yes, of
And
course.
mine, like why?
Very
Fun
You
size
got-
the name again.
Support me!
Stonius. You can
Stonius.
You guys are so
Sure.
gay.
God,
he's so fucking ripped. God, he's so fucking big.
God, I want to massage your muscles.
Thank you.
She's the one that told me.
Well, I would love
Like
to
in the
have
first
you
place,
make
I was
smaller.
the one who believed my mother first.
Sure. How long you'll be in Jero for?
Probably. We'll be here for a little while, right? I don't think we have any other plans apart from. Well, we're here on this mission, so whenever we're done with that, we'll be heading out. But we'll be here for a little while at least.
Okay. Wonderful.
I can't be.
He goes up to you and takes out this large stick
You're my big boy.
and just starts taking your measurements. Kind of takes this large piece of kind of softened metal from heat and just kind of bends it over your head, around your head, and it takes the measurement of your head and just. All right. I'll work on it.
That would be amazing.
I will teach my students how to make armor for the biggest and baddest of warriors. And that'll be a class where I can also make you armor and practice myself. I love my life! And he puts everything away. And he just starts to...
I better die soon for all kinds
You fucking.
He just takes coals with his bare hands, not even a shovel, coals with his bare hands and just digs them into the furnace and just starts to light the forge.
That's cool.
Come again!
It was nice meeting you.
You as well. And she kind of, Nature just kind of stands outside and goes, yeah, well, you know, I don't know who in their right mind would try to kill Stonius, but of all the faculty in the school, he made a pretty good pile of bodies.
I know. I used to go against him when he was in his prime.
Well, I can't imagine.
The dude's a monster.
Yeah, I could.
Alright, well, when class gets out, I'm gonna go interrogate Sparksy Magoo.
Now, before I ask you a question first.
Yeah,
Come here.
You're faster than
I'm literally no, I'm flying!
No, I'm gonna get outside the door. I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability, and this like big ethereal like fox starts like.
Why can't I just get history?
Now I have advantage on any intelligence check.
Okay. So you're going back to Gorthax.
Yeah, Cortex.
No, I was already there. I was already there. I'm
Gorthax.
asking everything up.
Gorthax wrist. Well, you can go back now.
I'm going.
Yeah, you guys go back to Gorthax's classroom. You know, I understand why you are so intrigued with this character. You know, I never really thought of it too much, but the way he teaches is a bit strange. I thought it was just his teaching method, but I guess I'm not exactly one to judge others' teaching methods, as I had my own, but it is strange to say the least. So you go back into the classroom and you see by this point the class has ended and you hear this big gong, the bell that chimes with the end of every class, and the students are let out for their lunch break. And you kind of, as the students siphon out, you siphon, closing the door behind you. Hello. What is it I can do for you?
Well, first, let me just start by saying, your method of teaching is pretty cool.
Shut up, Arthur.
Thank you very much.
Fuck off! I would also like to know.
Say the word, I'll get him out of here.
Just let him.
You know
let
what?
him have his fun.
I just want to know more about what your projections were.
My projections. Yes. Well, you see, I do not come from.
I do not come. You don't come. Ooh,
Big baby butthole.
baby
This is
butthole.
why Tales Taverns is getting a break.
This is why we're getting canceled.
Sorry, you just caught me off
By
guard.
it's
who?
fine.
By who?
By who?
By who?
3 viewers.
What? Justin's girlfriend and his mom that one
Critical
time?
Role, the
What?
watching us. They're gonna cancel us.
What does he have to do? Shut up!
No.
Suffer projections.
Well, yes, I don't hail from Elementus. I hail from a land outside. Ever heard of the astral plane?
I have. Many years ago, I've heard talk about that. Really, you're from there.
I am. I was born along the cosmos, and I travel in ships with my fleet. However, my fleet were all unfortunately taken down by a giant monster. Yes, it is
Is this
sad.
fucker lying?
Make an insight, my Babel.
13. No, 12.
24.
Alright, but
Don't even have to.
Especially with your knowledge of the astral plane, being
From there.
from pretty much your god, pretty
Yeah.
much from that region. He's not lying.
I believe him.
He's telling you the story. My fleets were taken down by a giant creature called an astral dreadnought. They are these massive creatures, huge jaws, large eye in the middle of their head. They resemble what seems to be a lobster and a scorpion and a battleship. They took down my fleet and only I survived. And
Man, was telling me about those when I was a kid. Didn't think they even existed.
but they do. And they are voracious. They ravage and they destroy. They think that the astral plane is theirs to reign over. And so we were taken down. Only me and a buddy survived. And I don't know where my buddy went, but I was floating through the cosmos and through this crack in space-time. I was sucked from that plane to this demi-plane. And from there I looked for work, as in this world you have to make money to survive.
You have no knowledge about what's going on right there right now.
I don't know. All my friends in the battleship were taken down by that creature, and my one buddy who I saw him wake up and survive was floating away from me. I couldn't float back.
I'm so sorry.
It is sad, however, I am thankful to be alive. Whatever force kept me from dying that day, I thank it every morning and every night.
Hopefully the dreadnought doesn't make its way here.
I don't think it can. I think with as strong as it is, its only weakness is that it cannot travel across planes. It's bound to the astral plane as a servant is bound to their master. So I do pray that is true.
Interesting.
Yes.
What's one more?
What kind of magic is coming off of him, or like in the room?
It's make Arcana. Unless you're using the spell.
23.
23.
Okay.
So it's mostly it's illusion magic because he's creating these pictures and these
Right.
images upon this portal. So he's using his illusionary magic, but there's no evil intent behind it. It's an intent of knowledge, and it's a pure intent, not meant to hurt. It's just meant to teach. But there's also an underlying of what's the one where you
Transmutation.
no, it's for hang on one second. No, abjuration is defense.
Necromancy.
Chronomancy.
Chronomancy.
Hypnotism.
What did you call me?
It's hypnotism. It's
Right.
its own magic sort. Where it's more of a mental kind of magic that manipulates and takes someone's mind and casts it to somewhere else, hypnotizing them to be completely taking in whatever that one source may be. And that's what you felt when you were almost losing your mind, is that you were going and plugging completely focus into the board and what was flashing across it. And when you started to hear his voice, it seemed like he was telepathically communicating with students instead of talking to them like a regular teacher does.
So don't you think there's better ways than to hypnotize your students? Why don't you just talk to them?
I
I
don't see you
learned-
making cool projections.
I learned that
Do you want me to? Because I can.
Yes. You never show
it
me.
is better to
You never show us your projection.
Yes, you never show us.
it is
You
better
never liked
to
us. Why? Why is that?
show
I like you.
than tell. You see, words can easily be manipulated, and words can be jumbled and mixed. However, images, what you see is often what you get. With mixing that, you can add words to images so that those images may be remembered with the words that accompany. It is when a painter paints a photo and titles it, you think of not only what the image portrays, but also what the title makes the image come out to be.
And do the kids give you consent to hypnotize them, or do they not know?
Well,
Parents?
there is no need for consent. It is a teaching method. They are released as soon as class ends, and there is no ill intent if that's what you're wondering.
This is a rather efficient way of teaching.
I would never come into your academy and brainwash students for my control. I frankly just want to teach, make money, and give my knowledge.
Literally saving your school right now.
Give my knowledge to young minds who are growing.
Does no one else find anything wrong that this guy is hypnotizing students?
Absolutely not. I wish that method was real because I would be listening to everything that people say.
Dude, are you kidding me?
Oh, by the way, you wanted to see some illusions?
I do.
Is there like a way to see like the outside sky?
Is there a window? He's asking.
Besides a window,
Or no, or like a window or anything?
there's windows.
I'm just gonna walk over to the window. I'm gonna cast Skywrite and just write Arthur sucks ass.
Oh wow!
And in giant fucking clouds. I'm just gonna go up and it stays like that for 1 day.
No, make it a whole
Frog's
week.
jealous.
Arthur sucks ass. That's what it writes.
jealous of better
Make it a
teacher.
whole
And everyone's
week.
gonna and everyone's gonna see
better
it.
teacher
And everyone's gonna know.
method. Dog shit.
You're dog
teacher,
shit.
you're
Arthur
dog
sucks
shit.
ass.
You're 180, dude.
I'm 200.
Yeah, you get 280.
Yeah. What does your character do?
He's Jesus. He's
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. You hear that?
I'm
He-
Jesus. I'm
Kids don't.
Jesus.
Jesus.
I'm
He's a
Jesus.
Messiah.
I'm Jesus. I'm Jesus.
Skywrite.
Don't take your anger out.
Arthur sucks ass. You wanted to see some illusions?
Yeah, you literally
There
never
it is.
show me, and I
There it
asked you
is.
one time.
No, there
and
it
you're
is.
just a dick
No,
about it.
it's up there.
That's
It's
cool.
up there.
Fine.
I can
I
do
like it.
something else. Hold
I
on.
like it.
Let me find a second level spell slot.
I am Jesus.
You can't. Oh, that was a second level.
It's
Fuck, I'll do it
crazy.
again.
It's crazy, dude.
Right,
I just
you
wanted to
can
listen to what the history teacher had to say. It's crazy.
Wait, how tall are you? No, here.
That's
here.
the
I'm
question.
sorry. Let's just shake hands and call it even.
Go fuck
Just
yourself.
shake hands.
No, can we please
Come
just
on.
keep going?
Just come on. Just shake my hand. Ha ha! I cast enlarge and make him 12 feet tall.
Whatever, dude. Can we just go?
There goes the school.
I can do it again.
That's fine. I'll stomp on every fucking kid. I will destroy. Fuck this. I will destroy fucking everything you love and own.
School crossbowing.
No, because I'm a guy.
You're gonna kill
That's why
Terrence?
yeah, I'm gonna kill literally everybody. I'm gonna kill everybody. I'm so sick of this. I'm gonna kill
That,
all
I
of you.
forgot. What about the Drake? I wonder if the Drake fucking killed
Fuck
him.
the Drake. He's an asshole.
You're the one who wanted
I don't want him no longer.
where is
I
the
hate
Drake?
everything.
Back in your
and
backyard.
everyone.
Look in my backyard.
He's just sitting there with flowers in his hair.
Alright, well, if no one finds out anything wrong with him hypnotizing students, alright, that's fine. Whatever. I don't care
Shit, I
anymore.
wish I could be hypnotized. Shit.
What? Shit, man.
Which I could be hypnotized.
It's your call, Principal Newman.
Nah, it's alright.
I'm in bed now. I'm in bed.
Alright, well, just have a good day.
Thank you. You as well.
Guess I'm
Anything else that you want?
guess
You
I'm
seem
a
to be
crazy
very
one.
intrigued in my works.
We all disagree.
All right, take Larry.
I want to stare at you until you stare back at me. Intent behind my eyes. There we go.
Sorry.
It's okay.
If I just get invested, you know.
No, I'm bringing it back to you. You seem very intrigued in what I had to teach. Is there anything you want to know? I have boundless knowledge of the plane that you are on.
Well, I'd like to know, but that last one.
I don't know.
I'd like to know what that last one about Cuddy and the ground racing up. What was that about?
Yes, so the Core 4 it used to be the Core 6, but it was reduced to 4. Originally was Akadi, bless you,
Bless you.
Favonius, Kosov, Estitia, Grumbar, and Estitia's sister. I don't remember her name because I think she changed it when she was cast down from godhood anyway. They were the 6. Favonius had a falling out with his sister and became not his own god, not a part of the Core 4. And Estitia's sister was brought down to the basic menial level of a sea witch instead of a god. So now she acts as a sort of deity of the sea, and she blocks off Nodney Cove from anybody who wants to enter.
Did I hear this?
You do hear this.
Very interesting.
Anyway, you asked about Akadi. All 4 of the Core 4, when the original land was created, created their own land. So Estitia poured out the waters and created Lympha. Grumbar shook the earth with his strength, and the earth was built. But he not only did he build Silex, he also built Calum. Grumbar was the reason all the land is existing. So, with Calum land, Silex land, and the islands that shoot up in Lympha, and the volcanoes and mountains that make up Batilis, all the land was his to create. So even though Akadi is the queen of the gods, Grumbar created the most. Now Akadi took the land that she had that was attached and raised it into the air. And that is how her air kingdom became. So, if you wonder what's down below, it's nothing. When Grumbar created the earth, he created a certain amount, and when that was raised into the air, he didn't create anything below it. So it's an endless void, a bottomless pit that you could fall for eternity. It is.
Never even knew anything about that.
Yes, yes. You see, I've gotten many, many visions of this land. The second I came through the time hole, an entire, even though it went by in about 3 seconds, the entire history of the land, I remember every single thing that happened, even though I'm not from here. Indeed.
You are more sunlight. Never.
I hear that many times. If I do get carried away, I apologize, but I enjoy talking about it.
This is literally everything.
When the when the islands were brought up by Grumbar, Estitia poured out the waters that made her of her corporeal form, and oceans raised. And it was Kosoth, when the mountains and the volcanoes were made, he filled them with fire, with passion, and lava, magma, and flame took over the land. So when they say that they rule over these lands, Grumbar at any point getting upset can technically take over the entire Elementus for himself, as he is the creator of all land. And without the land, there'd be water that falls, fire that falls, and air that just blows. So in my opinion, Grumbar should be king, but that is just what I think. Yes.
This is literally like, oh my god.
And you know, I'm going to keep talking because I like to talk.
Yes,
You know,
keep going,
the Spindlewoods used to be a connecting point. But with Favonius' power and magic, he took that central piece of land and broke it off from the rest of Elementus, using the power of wind. He was upset at his sister. His sister thought that government, bureaucracy, should reign over the people's choice, while Favonius thought that the people were more important than whatever the government law said. So they had a disagreement, and instead of leaving Elementus, Favonius secluded himself to the Spindlewoods.
Interesting. That is.
That's cool.
And all of you are hearing this information.
I have a question.
Yes.
What do you know about Narvan Gamalan?
Narvan Gamalan. He was the original creator of Elementus.
Of course.
What I saw is that he was, as a child, nowhere he would go in his homeland, he would be accepted because he was a monster. They would cast him out, throw rocks and stones at him.
Outside of Elementus.
Yes.
Correct. It's in
There's
the material plane.
Yes, a world that exists outside of Elementus. So one day he finally got to a town where they accepted him for who he was, and as a gift, he had been studying wizardry for years and years and years. So as a gift, he created a demiplane with the last of his magic inside of his spellbook as a paradise for those people who accepted him to go. They can retire there, they can live their lives without the fear of whatever the material plane brings.
Of course.
However, those people brought their influences and turned Elementus into a land that's much like the material plane.
I have this sort of heirloom that looks familiar. I think it might belong to him. Up above the ring of Narvan Garmalon.
No.
Wow.
I'm not sure what it is, but I think it belongs to him.
This is a relic. He looks inside and there's a carving. It says NG. carved inside of the ring. Do you remember how in chance you came upon this item?
It's from the Chancellor and Calum, I believe. Well, was it from that? I can't remember. We've been in multiple adventures and it's kind of hard to recuperate from everything we've gathered together.
This is legitimate.
Yes, one of a kind, I believe.
That is incredible. I didn't know any relics of the man who created this world still existed. At least existed in Elementus.
And how did you get that?
Oh, I have multiple relics.
What?
Well, I have.
What?
I put like these silver rings from like the Ring of Orcus. I have like 2 of those.
The museum. I mean, sorry, I need to look at my notes. I haven't done this game in like 3 years. The museum in Veruv would pay top dollar for this.
Well, I'm not
If
sure
you
if I
are
wanna
willing to sell it. Yes,
It's
of
more
course.
just like. I guess it's a collectibles item, but it's more like. It's lore
It is
of
lore.
Elementus, and I think it's important.
That's incredible. Anything else you want to know? I've seen a lot.
How old are you?
I am only 47. But I feel like I've lived 1,000 lifetimes with the amount of knowledge that I portray in my mind.
Feel that.
Feel that, brother. Feel that.
I tried taking over Nodrico, or not tried taking over, but tried exploring, I suppose. But that's when Elementus began to crumble, and all of us were teleported over to Spindle Woods. Not sure what hides beyond Nodrico, but I'm sure it's something big.
What is the plane they came from again? What was the
Astral plane.
Astral plane?
It's the one you guys went to save Solomon when you fought the Beholder and the Mind Flayer.
And then I rightfully killed him.
That's what that land is.
That's where like you come from, I think. Like a lot of god beings, like
Gothax, was it? Do you have any knowledge
That's
of
right.
a potion or any magical item that wipes a memory?
oh, I
That wipes a memory.
well actually
Yes.
it's funny you say
Yeah.
that. So remember
Anything,
like
you know, wiping
session
memories.
5 with the witch and the Mother Witch, I got 3 bags of absent mindfulness. So anything that happens like a couple moments, if you
But that makes it permanent.
yeah, it's permanent. They forget whatever happened. You have to like
There is a potion that's created from a very specific. Are you okay?
Yeah, I just thought. Sorry, continue.
It's alright.
what are you planning?
A very specific stone.
The sorcerer's stone. The
Yes.
Infinity Stone.
No, it's okay. In the region of Fraxinus, region of Ash,
Okay.
there is a special stone that exists. Once every 100 years, it is surfaced from the ash and the ground, and it is this pure pitch black stone. If taken and carved up and put into a potion or a dust or something, it causes someone to lose their entire memory of their entire life and basically start anew. It was a creation of Exodus. He made it so that the right people can find it. Yeah, there's a lot of lore dump today.
Yeah, like literally.
Lore.
So
Exodus. That
in the region of Ash would be Batilis.
Well, the region of Ash is right next to it. It's Fraxinus. It is between Calum and Batilis. When the
Oh, I see.
when the air blows out the fire,
Sorry.
it creates the ash.
Just to remember the map. I don't remember what's calling it.
I remember. So,
It is quite alright.
is there any way for these memories to be recovered? Someone's gonna
I believe there is. He stands for a second and it's almost like in his mind he flips through folders and pages of a library to find what he knows.
Thank
If
you.
you search in the region of Dune, which is between here and Batilis,
Right.
there is a desert lily that exists. A desert lily that can restore memory of everything you've ever known.
I would like to find this.
I would also like to find this.
I would also define this. I think we all forgot something.
We all don't. We all have memory
We all have
Some-
memory loss.
some capacity.
For
It was
Joshua in
the
front of
way
him.
of the goddess Sashamath
Oh,
to counteract the doings of Exodus after he was exiled into the Obsidian Tower.
I feel like I know that name, like very familiar, than more than just simply knowing.
Which name?
Exodus.
Exodus. Well, I don't know what you know. As for everything that happened after I was here, I don't know about, of course. But he thought that the fact that the lesser gods were not as powerful as the core four, and they were called the lesser four, that wasn't good enough for him. He wanted to rise up and become a core god with the power, expanding his region and making 5 main regions instead of 4. That wasn't his place to do, and so the main gods exiled him and locked him away into the Obsidian Tower, this 100-story tower that he has now infected with every floor a different beast that lies within. A gauntlet challenge. But there is said, if you go through all 100 floors, defeat every beast, and come to him, he will give you a gift. A gift so powerful that even the gods don't know how to stop it.
Is this the tower?
No, that isn't Dune. This is the tower.
Oh.
You just told us
So
the
Dune's the
flower.
flower.
Dune is this. This is where the flower is.
previous
This is where the stone was, and this is the tower.
Forgive me, quick reminder where I'll be.
So
You are in Silex
there's
in
a magic
Jera,
item
which
you
is this
said
one right here.
called in the region of Ash. That's a black stone that appears every 100 years, and it completely wipes someone's memory, and they're basically starting
And Silex. So it's that sandy region. It's literally called Dune because it's made of
And
dunes.
Okay,
in the region of Dune,
So you're not far.
there's a flower that restores your memories and brings everything back.
So you all just
We all have memory
These
loss.
three.
you all just have memory loss.
Well, like,
I
mine's... Well, not really.
Well,
I just don't know
God.
bits and
They
pieces.
can go do that themselves.
Crids is more important though, because like he doesn't know anything. He's like,
Region of Dune?
Yeah, region of Dune.
Dune.
Alright.
And that's the tower.
Tower of Babel.
So where do we have to go?
Make a little side quest.
Let's work here.
Well, we're gonna go to Batulus next, so why don't we hit that first?
Yeah, we're stopping to get the desert.
Yeah, we'll get the desert lily. Oh,
We have to. So the reason we're here is we have to talk to the guy about the shards, right?
Oh yeah.
I might be able to.
He's just been telling you lore about the world.
Dude, he's been so cool, yeah. He's been telling me so much.
Yeah, literally.
So we haven't shown. We're there with him.
Getting hard right now. Sorry.
Who is it?
Gorthax. It's the guy that you didn't trust at first.
Oh, that's the guy we have to talk to.
Well, you're talking to him right now.
Right, but who's the guy that we have to go talk to?
Him.
He's the guy we have to talk
You're here. You just haven't brought the start points out yet.
Why were you trying to stop me so bad?
Because I didn't know that this was the guy.
Yeah, this is the guy that's hypnotizing, but also doesn't know
like
everything
preventing Arthur
about the
from-
history. That's why he's such a good.
preventing me.
He's such a good history
From
teacher. 'cause he knows
finishing
that-
our quest from.
Tell me I suck ass for asking questions.
Arthur sucks.
Doing the objective. Arthur sucks ass.
No, that's not why I said.
That's not why.
You said you wanted
'Cause
an
I-
illusion, so I gave you an illusion.
Oh.
He's fucking hypnotizing you right now.
No, I sense.
He's absorbing him.
Like
I
Doctor
sense
Strange.
You are connected to a being that is growing and rising in Nader's power. Is this correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Bitch.
I believe that she might have Exodus's gift,
What?
which is why she cannot be stopped. You ever thought of why the gods didn't just cut down this woman?
Hold on. Hold on.
She might have obtained the gift that Exodus can bring. The only thing that makes him more powerful than the rest of the lesser gods is that gift.
Hold on.
Exodus?
Yeah. My mother was created by him. I'm starting to remember now. How far is the tower from here?
Oh my goodness. It is almost on the other side of Elementus.
It's so obvious. Is it really? Yes. Okay, I didn't know. Let's go investigate it. Yeah. We have to go. Probably.
Oh, can you ask Ethan if he wants to come over too? you bringing up the star points to him?
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude,
No. Yeah.
Dude, I have butterflies right now. This is exact. I wanted to tell you this lore for so long. That I
Yeah.
never had a
Here's
chance.
this. We need to know about these.
Oh my god.
Let us go to break now.
I just sent it. I just sent it to you.
Take a new one. I took it.
It's just like get ready to open your mouth and this one go to
What does it say?
Would you like to come to the Cheech house?
Okay. No. What you said, I didn't mean to interrupt. I'll get to
No,
this
it's
in a
fine.
second. With Othydra is her name. She was yes. You see, Othydra and Estitia were twins. They were both the goddesses of water. One held the seas, the other held the lakes. You read, there's no lakes in Elementus. At least no lakes in Lympha. That is because Othydra was not as powerful as Estitia, so she tried to kill her, take over as goddess of water entirely. But she failed. And she was cast down to nothing but a sea witch. So now she roams in front of Nodney Cove and uses whatever power she can to strike down those who get too close to her home. But they say that something in there, something in that cove resides that belongs to her.
Strange.
She is too large to reach inside and grab it, but you are the perfect size. You could have gotten it and it could have been yours. You know, if she used her power to help sailors get there, retrieve the artifact, and then kill them when they get out, she could have her artifact back. But she's too upset to even think logically.
So there may be reasoning if I can get to her.
Yes, but you've seen what she can do, have you not?
She's terrible. She struck down my ship, you know. It was a gift from the gods, and now it's gone.
I apologize.
It was a gift. It's fine.
You see, I came here 6 years ago. So anything that's happened since I came here, I do not know of. So for your personal problems of your journey, I cannot help.
You might need to see a seer for that.
Indeed. The reason I can see of this person in your life is because she's been doing these evil things since before I came here. You are how old?
Well, it's a long story. Technically, I'm 51, but I'm 20. Chronologically, right? You're chronologically 50 your own age. Really, I'm 20.
So he looks back now with that knowledge. You were an angel of the army. Yes. You look slightly different in my mind, but I can tell by the aura you give off.
What do you picture?
Well, when I saw you as an angel, your hair, while being braided and blonde, was flowing behind you, radiating this golden energy. You were very ripped. Your body, extremely muscular. And your face was white and pure. The whole of your body shone with this white energy.
Too many
You were
Burger King
you were
Whoppers.
almost a
Damn.
Too good.
you were almost a streak of light rather than a person. But when struck down, you lost a lot of that. But you still have it inside of you. I feel like if you can take down this evil in your life, you may be able to ascend back to that position.
Alright, boys, step up.
We have lots of things to do now.
Oh yes, but the star points.
Oh, yes, we have
This
yes, that's what
is
seems
extremely.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. I am fanboying at the moment. You see, these star points were created. They were created by
Don't you ever step
The-
on Fanboy and Chum Chum.
fanboy.
You're probably the one who voted for it at the Oscars.
Wait, you like that show? Fanboy and Chum Chum.
You were
was the
probably the one who
greatest-
voted for it to get
greatest
an Emmy,
ever.
too.
A lot of
Fucking
And did it win an Emmy?
It did.
All because of me. 77 different emails, 77 different votes.
Yeah, it's
Voice actor as Kyle in Family
Kyle.
Why?
Yeah, why?
Oh, I thought it was funny.
Because they just farted.
Dude's shaped like a bowling ball. I just thought it was funny.
You see the gods. Well, not the core four. The lesser four, actually. They created these. Shut the fuck up, you heretic! Shut up!
It's not.
Blasphemous. They created the star points, but they gave them up to the core four to bless. When this happened, the magic sprouted off of the points and created these deity-like beings between human and god, called genies. The royal families of each region, after they were established, were all given a genie. Kalen was given two.
I don't like that genie.
You played a genie.
Alright.
It was a good role.
That was a great role. However, the gods took the rights, and they acted as if they had created him, which is another thing that made Exodus so angry. As he created these star points for the gods to use, and instead of giving credit, the core four took that credit for themselves. Don't know why they would do such a thing. But none of them are gods and goddesses of truth. So, the only goddess of truth would be Breezelin, who's truthful in alignment, and Sashamoth, who's truthful of purity. And if there are any questions, please stop me. I will give you answers. Nathan, any questions? No. Were you listening to the lore?
What are you?
To the lore.
Bradley?
Bradley?
Genie Bradley.
I used him as a reference the other day. And I saw his profile picture, just his face.
Sasha off.
Breezelin and Sashamoth. Correct?
A moth?
What?
A what?
Breezelin is the lesser god of Stagnum. He is the only one with enough power to reach between planes and acts as a Grim Reaper of sorts, a travel from life to the afterlife. Sashamoth is a pure being of light and goodness, and she blesses all of those of good alignment in her region. However, she is so pure and so loved that if any followers see that you use her image after seeing her, you recreate her image in art or literary works, you will be hanged, executed.
About goddamn time.
Yes. She is so pure that even if an evil doer sees her, they might die right in that moment. They could not handle. Only those pure of heart can stand in front of her and speak.
So what do the star points have to do with us then?
Why were we
These people are
brought
the
here?
ones that created them.
I wish I knew. This happened after I was brought here. So I don't know why you were given them. Can you explain to me the accounts on which you got them?
For me, I was walking on my journey. I had just been sent out, and I came across. I don't remember. I came across a statue of Kosoth. An explosion went off, and I
Goodbye,
was knocked
Israel.
unconscious. And when I woke
Goodbye,
up, I was
Israel.
surrounded by them as force, and I had a star point in my hand.
I'll tell you, Crit, real quick. Yours was attached to your sword,
Oh, it was to the sword. Okay, thank you.
just so you're aware.
I forgot.
So, I forgot. Well, because like mine, I was on a ship.
Mhm.
And we were going to Caleb. I was in Limpa, on Nodra Cove, and then I was fighting the witch, and then she freaking slammed me and I died. So I don't know how
You
I-
died with it in your hand.
Yeah, from
So
what,
it was
though?
blown into your hand somehow. Somehow you got it from that encounter.
Strange.
Yours.
I know how I
Yeah.
You killed 5 people, got a star.
Yours was a. Yours was a loot mission.
I went through the inventory.
Yeah.
Good luck
Yours.
with ball.
Love you.
Good job. Oh, good job.
Good job.
He'll be back. He's pick up a bowling ball.
I said good job. I said goodbye.
It's the classic crib bowling ball.
He'll be back in like 30 minutes, right? Good
5
job.
hours. 5 hours later.
Well, as he's gone, we'll go to break.
Okay.
So we can
Yeah.
save some
Come
lore when
back
he comes
and-
back.
Good,
Yes, sir.
good job. I said good job.
Love you.
Fucking
What
dice.
do you do, you stupid fucking bastard? I hate you.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
And we hope we find your sister well.
And we're back.
And we'll be able to
point.
Why?
What?
Okay.
Where are we at right now?
We are at learning lore. So, where did we leave off with what I was saying? What I was telling you? Finished
Talk
up
about Sasha.
with the god Sashamoth, the purity.
Okay, something
And then we asked. I started telling you about when I got the star point. You said it was on
The
my
star
sword.
points is what we were talking about. Yeah. So, you were given yours by. Where was yours? The star point. Because it was the very
Was
beginning.
it the gift that she gave you?
I think it was Juno's gift to you.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And then
It
you
was
found out
gift
that
to you.
there was one that had a sixth point that had a J on it.
Yeah.
And then the other one that belonged to Samandriel. He found it in the ash buried beneath. But as he was missing, and it's now imprinted and stuck in that book. That's the 6 points that you have, which correlate to the 6-pointed star that is on the tree in Caleb. Thank you, babe. You're welcome. What? This is the time. So, what else do you want to know about these things?
Do they have any magical power? Or are they just a fate? A symbol of fate.
I would say they are more of a symbol of fate rather than an actual demeanor and determiner of one's ending point.
Do we have to have them with us? Are they important?
Well, I wouldn't know exactly, but the reason they were given to you lot cannot be coincidental.
But if they were to be taken, would it affect the fate?
Most likely.
Do you know what it may be used for? Something bigger and larger that we're not sure about.
I'm not sure. I know that it is meant to keep the genies in order.
So if they disassemble, then it may result in chaos among Elementus.
Exactly. But since you all have them together in one spot, even if not within the Tree of Life itself, it might still be able to keep them at bay. And even if they are spread across the world, I think those points still hold the power over them. If they are destroyed, however, that is what we must be scared of. Or if they are taken and corrupted by evil, well, then the genies might also corrupt themselves. And another Stratus situation may occur.
Well,
Why not just lick it off?
I don't like the taste of it.
what should we do next, I suppose? It's
Shame, it's the best part of it.
No.
Sorry, the mayonnaise.
That's the best part, dude.
Wow.
You get extra mayo.
I get extra mayo on it every
Yeah,
single
yeah,
time.
so do I.
I drown it in mayonnaise
What is
and I
wrong with
drown
this
it in
food?
ranch, and I only taste mayonnaise and ranch. And
It's called a
yours-
McChicken, not a McCum shot.
Yeah, but I want to cook.
But that's the fun. It's just spiced chicken. It's hot chicken, like hot chip. Hot chip girl.
I had a Big Mac and I felt so gross after eating it.
Why?
I mean, I think that's the
I-
only feeling that you could possibly feel after eating a Big Mac.
I just felt
Or
like
anything from
disgusted
shit
with myself and my body.
The
Just
fries are pretty good.
I felt
They're
gross.
fries.
Like a sin,
They're fries.
almost. Yeah, like a
But it
wave.
didn't go away for like a few hours.
What about the McCafe?
Just-
Dude, no, I have the shit.
too much for you to eat.
I think that's something
I don't
to
think
do
I'll
with
ever go
the
back.
music in it.
what should we do?
Yeah, I
And
can't.
maybe
Do you know of any
Actually,
sort
no,
of like
they're frappuccinos.
prophecy for like impending doom when it comes to these star points or anything?
Well, not impending doom that the star points directly correlate with, but
There's a Whataburger near my house.
you know, as
I cannot eat.
I said earlier, whatever
in the past.
source is connected to Arthur is a huge problem.
Fucking shit.
Also, with the war, there was a war that occurred in Calum between Borealis and Stratus, the two genies. One, they were twins. One of good and one of evil. You see, when
Excuse me.
Stratus decided, why should we let these mortal people tell us what they wish for and we do whatever they want? You see, this genie, he wanted the power for himself. He wanted to be an all-powerful being, and with that in mind, he broke off and gained an army. He turned many of the members of the army against their own king and created an all-out war. At the same time, there were two Treant brothers. They were traveling from Stagnum to Calum so that they may unlock what Breezelin had for them. Breezelin said that one of them is destined for greatness, while the other one is destined to fall from power from an evil being. And as they arrived in Calum, they found that this differentiation would split them. The Treant Zemdanis became a hero, warning the town and slaying many, many troops, while his brother, Zemular, was twisted in his mind by Stratus's evil hold over him, and he became an evil deity. So now, Zemdanis is the tree of life, while Zemular is death.
That makes sense.
So, I don't know if Zemular is alive or dead. I know that he planted his roots back in Stagnum as a giant tree called Corpsewood. However, it's said to just be a husk now. I'm still curious about that fact. Yes?
Just Kroy.
Oh,
What should we do then?
wow, that is a very loaded question, my friend Zenler. You see, if you want to do what's best for the world, you might have to start facing these beings head on.
These gods.
Well, some of them.
No such thing as God.
Though I will say the longer you take, the closer to godhood she becomes.
So, she's not a god. I'm not a god.
Zemular is somewhere, I don't know. Stratus, there's no way that he's been held down.
What do you know about Orcus? We've had some encounters with them, and something about the
Orcus.
multiverse, actually.
Yes. Orcus. Well, a being very, very old. He resides in the lower planes as a lord over undeath, bringing dead bodies back to life, but also dead ideals. You see, Orcus is stricken on making sure that he can rule the world with an undead army. That everyone that dies, he can bring them up again and conquer the material plane and even maybe the multiverse for himself. That includes my home of Astral Plane, that includes this plane of Elementus. And even though there's no connection between Elementus and the lower planes right now,
He's trying to
Orcus
break
is
through.
Orcus is trying to break through, dabbling. However, I feel in my heart of hearts that he may begin to lay low and let others destroy so that he can conquer more easily.
I mean, it explains it because he has followers of kinds, and it's where I got these rings from. They're actually from those dead beings. One from, we thought it was a friend, but he betrayed us. And, Gaelu.
I forgot about him.
That does seem to
And the
occur.
Chancellor, he was actually one of these followers as well, and we also had to take him down.
I see.
So I see what his plan is, but we're not sure how to really permanently stop him. Especially because he's a god. But
Yes. Well, he's not. Orcus is not a god.
he's just a
He's-
very powerful and noble being.
Yes.
You'll see.
He's a deity, but he's not of godhood yet.
You'll see.
If they can be killed, then they're not gods.
There's more behind that. It's more behind that.
Like what?
You'll see.
Like, my definition of a god is if someone could become a warlock because of them.
Do you
Like-
assume that gods can be killed?
Yes.
You are mistaken, my friend.
So gods can't be killed.
Gods cannot be killed, they can be subdued.
Why do you think I'm having so much trouble? Because I
So
suck.
your mother's a god, right?
Yes.
And you can't kill her.
She's your mother.
She's my mother.
Oh, I apologize.
It's fine.
And your god
I'm
is
getting-
unkillable.
I do not know.
But your god's the
This is what this whole
I'm a
journey is
genie.
about, brother.
Here's the thing, a god can kill a god,
Yes.
but you and I cannot kill a god,
Why not?
because we are not gods ourselves.
But how does one reach godhood?
When the gods determine that that person is worthy.
Alright, well then who was the first god?
Is a good question. Now you're getting into some deep information.
It seems like it's just a Boy Scout group who decides like, oh yeah, this person's strong, let's make them gods.
Well, there must be a beginning source, correct?
Somewhere.
Someone had to have created everything and brought others to godhood.
There has always been something.
So who,
And I guess it's up to all of us to determine what that something is.
who would that be? Now you've intrigued me, Franklin. This is why you're a principal. I understand.
So there is a god of the gods.
There must be.
Can I?
But it's not an Elementus, so I don't know.
Let's try this
Yes,
out.
darling.
I'll find out.
No, I'm asking as the DM.
Yeah.
Isn't there a spell, like a third level spell where you can talk to your god or something?
You can talk to a god,
Or
yeah.
no, it's I think on
But they don't have to
Audrey.
answer you.
Audrey is the second level spell and you can speak with him, I think.
Mm-hmm.
My god's busy.
But I don't know if it's about. I think it's more like about submitting the future. I can't remember.
Well, I don't really use Audrey here because when you've been chosen and filled with a god,
I guess probably speak with her.
you kind of just do it whenever you want.
Yeah, I can probably just do it right now.
Yeah.
Just
So
speak
I don't
with her.
really work with Audrey. I just do
I
it more.
think I'm the only person here has an outside source of a god outside of Elementus, because the genies are just
Why?
demigods.
This is all mothers a god, right?
Yeah, so we can all. You can probably speak to yours. I can probably speak to Tyr because he's like the god of justice and probably knows a lot of stuff because he's a god. Yeah. Lore time.
Oh, dude, that's what today is. Today is dropping big lore.
I'm loving it.
Let me never play again.
And I'm a principal.
Well, what do you... Here. Is there anything else? Anything at all? Please.
Do we have anything else we need to ask? Like, I'm trying to think. 'Cause now I want to go to the
Oh no, we're
land
gonna.
of Dune Sand.
I
land of
promise
Dune
you,
Sand,
we're gonna
Sand,
figure
Dune,
out.
Sand,
We're gonna
Dune.
figure out what happened to you.
Dune.
We have a ton of side quests.
Does
wanna
anyone,
get that
does anyone
ready.
want to take bets on what's going on with him?
What?
Like, we come up with a scenario.
I
Where he
think
comes from?
Yeah.
Give me a second.
I thought.
I
If I see, come back to me. I don't know.
I put 5 silver down. I bet that his god killed his family because he saw that he was going to be the strongest and wanted to manipulate him. That's my bet.
What is everyone's personal quest here?
Oh, you know what?
Because my,
I'll add to that.
I
I'm
still,
a dad.
Yeah, but-
Yeah,
so-
I
he's
have-
really just a father
my,
of 3
What
kids.
Xander's thing was to do before he was to take over,
Like
explore
10
Nodric Cove,
10
because he's like
focus.
that's like the most evil place in like all of Elementus.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants to do that, so we can try doing this as a side.
Yeah, 10 years ago. That's when I was.
I don't know, but it's like a god. God's guarding it, so it's kind of.
Okay.
Probably even try the.
Genie.
try to go.
It's the evil genie, right?
Is it a genie?
Who?
The one you were talking about, the two sisters, the genies?
She's not as powerful. She's a god, but she's not as powerful as the other
It's
one.
a demigod.
She's not a genie. She is
Demigod?
a sea witch.
Yeah,
Oh,
see,
we can kill
okay,
her.
but she was originally.
She was originally a god. She was one of the core 6 gods. Dropped down from power, brought down from
Were the
godhood.
6 genies or like?
No, she's not a genie.
She's not. She's just a god outside of Elementus.
She was a god. So she was one of the...
Was she someone who was created by Narvin Garmin?
No. He didn't create the gods. They
God,
existed.
Oh yeah,
the gods.
but he
Who
created
created the
the
gods?
genies.
No.
Who created the genies?
Okay. Okay, I know you're confused. I'm going... Yeah, go ahead.
Can any god make someone a god, or is it like a select few?
Like, can Tyr make me a god?
That's what I'm saying. Can I just
Can I
convince
become
the
a god?
All-Mother? Hey, can you just make me a god?
Or can I get a weapon
Until-
to kill a god?
So I can kill a god?
We
So I
can
can
do
kill your
that.
mother?
Like Hercules.
There's,
He already
yeah,
did
there are
that.
weapons that can... There are weapons
I-
of god killing.
Can I just become a god.
And then
Depends on
we
the god.
discard their godhood.
We do what needs to be done, and then they can cast me out.
Only a few gods
If
can.
you kill a god, you
That's what I'm
destroy
saying.
the
Do I
power.
know who?
So you could
it's like
ask,
activating Minecraft
but-
cheese. Can you just make me that so you're incredible? Kill
It's
someone?
Cheech, he's not.
If I can kill a god, do I become that god?
So can theoretically Tyr make me a god?
Theoretically, I'm not.
So I can achieve some of his aspirations, or is that kind of like far fetched? Because if we do that, then I'm just trying to think of ways. So I can... Because was your weapon that you made was a god killer, or was that just a
No,
killer?
it's just
It was just a
it's just that.
Ryak
Yeah,
killer.
so it wasn't really like a god.
It's my favorite weapon I've ever had.
That was a killing weapon. As a
Sure,
boss.
we're in the end game now, boys.
Now, here's the thing. Akadi is the goddess of. When I say queen of the gods, it doesn't mean she's the queen of every god. It means she's the queen of the core four.
Yeah, what's your place?
So there's gods that are more powerful than her.
What's your
But there are 3 gods that are the beginning of creation gods.
Yeah, go for their 14.
That they can take someone that is pure of heart and that is powerful enough and is proven enough and make them a god.
Do I know that?
I'd say make a basic intelligence to see if you do.
I don't
And who was
know.
the one that was trying to be a true god?
All your spells.
Hmm?
Someone's trying to make a true. I forgot his name.
Well, Exodus is trying to climb to become
Yeah,
a true god,
Come,
and so is Calypso.
Come for the common gods.
Wait.
come.
Yeah, I knew that. What am I
God.
fucking-
No, I know it's confusing. There's a lot of stuff. So what are you confused about?
No, I'm not confused. I'm just wondering.
No, I just want to
Whatever
talk
those
about
goals
lore,
is.
dude. I love it.
Okay, I'm gonna break this down from the beginning.
Let's break.
In the beginning.
In the beginning.
Okay.
God created the heavens and the earth for 6 days, and the 7th day he rested.
Oh yeah, baby, let's do this.
Okay, I'll let him roll real quick, and then I'll expand.
Flaccid 20, baby.
Plus a 20. Okay, you know one of them, which is the overall overhead creator of everything. There's no name to this god. He just goes by creator.
Tyler the Creator. That guy is so funny.
He's
I
hilarious.
love
He is
Tyler the
actually
Creator.
hilarious.
He's
If you do to yourself, and I live by that. I do.
he's just the main
Probably
guy
go to
in the
Fry's
campaign.
and eat potato salad.
Yeah.
We're saying goodbye.
Would you like some potato
I
salad?
thought you were left already.
Potato salad.
I thought you left already. We're so silent because the boys aren't here.
Hey guys, welcome to Tales Taverns. We should do a
Welcome
stream.
to,
Oh my god.
welcome to my
Wait,
campaign.
What if
Everyone
I wanna know-
dies
I wanna know
immediately.
everyone.
Alright.
I want to know more about
The
all
hardcore
of it.
world.
I know.
I'm loving it right now.
That's all
Lore streams
started
are
in
fun.
Minecraft world.
Dude, I love lore streams.
Roll it twice, tell me what it is, and then go
Minecraft
fuck
world.
yourself.
They're at my grandma's house, so they get some free raids.
I just want to talk. I just want to talk.
Checking to see if you're on camera.
Yeah.
I saw the side eye like,
Alright,
nah,
are you
you're
ready?
actually
Probably
good.
our gamer just.
Okay, I'm going to explain this to you the best that I can.
Okay.
This is the lore of how this world was created based on what you've now learned.
This will be a fun.
Yeah.
What?
This will be fun.
I will VOD this.
Do I know? Is my ring magical? Or is it just like a heirloom?
Which one? The Narvin one?
Narvin Garmin one.
Oh, there's no magic in it.
It's just like
It's just something he wore.
it's something he wore.
But it's still prestigious because it's
But
the
we don't
creator
know,
of
like-
the world.
We don't know what happened. Is he still alive?
No.
Like, oh, he's not alive.
He's not alive.
He's dead.
But you don't know why.
Who?
Bum bum. Another lore point.
Wait till
I know
next
why.
episode, like 6
Law and
months.
Order.
6 more months, you're gonna come back.
Next season we just canceled.
Season
So-
2 of
In the beginning, there was
Why?
the creator.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
He made worlds, the multiverse, everything. But specifically, what's important to you guys is he made the world that you're on called Dayhaven. It's basically our Earth. There's three major continents, which is one of them is the one that you guys just played, which is Triola, but that one's split into multiple different. So it's still one big continent split into multiple different islands, like big islands. Other continent is Solaris, which is the main one, which is which one you are on right now. That's the one where Narvin Garmalon lived and created in one of the towns. In his spellbook, he created Elementus. So Elementus exists as a demi-plane between planes existing on Solaris. Okay?
If we travel out of Elementus, do our belongings stay with us, or is it kind of like stripped away?
No,
How is it?
you'd stay.
It's like everything in there is authentic and it's all like natural resource.
Yep.
So if we leave Elementus, we keep all of our equipment, belongings. Do you know if our currency in Elementus is different from the ones outside of Elementus?
You don't know.
We don't know because I feel like it would be though, because it's like you never know that. You might have just like.
So it's gonna be SOLARRIS. Solaris. And then the third one is Serun, which is the third continent. It's CERRUN.
And this is part of the Forgotten Realms, which are this is like where all the other campaigns are at. This is all in the same place, different.
Yeah, same world, different continents. I'm just gonna read this to you. Yep. I'm just gonna read this to you. I wrote this.
Stop asking me fucking questions.
The world of Dayhaven, a vibrant land of rich magic, thriving ecosystems, and all sorts of varying races and cultures. The world sanctions of Dayhaven include Solaris, capital of Dayhaven, and home to 9 life-giving trees. Triola, a collection of continental landmasses where climate is as varied as the people who live there. And Serun, a smaller landmass that deals with the manufacture of most vehicles distributed throughout Dayhaven, airships, sea ships, etc. Nathan, can you get the door, please?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. My girlfriend brought me pho. Anyway, on Solaris, in the small town of Belvane, the year was 1011, and an extremely powerful wizard by the name of Narvin Garmalon used a demiplane spell to create a new land for those that he deemed as friends to use in an escape from everyday life. This new land that resided within the spellbook in which he wielded was named Elementus, as the world drew in power from the 4 elements to create the land in which the citizens may step on. It quickly became more than just a vacation spot, and after only about a decade, Elementus was a fully functioning, livable land. Within this new land, the elemental deities were awakened by the higher gods of Dayhaven. So they were lying dormant. They weren't created by Narvin. The 6 gods of elements were awakened because now they had new purpose. These gods were split up into 2 categories, the 6 and the lesser 4. The 6 consisted of Akkadi, goddess of air and the queen of the gods, her brother Favonius, god of wind and agriculture, Kosoth, god of fire and war. What? She said she was here.
Her ass got kidnapped.
Are you sure she didn't park across the street? There was no car that parked across the street?
What?
Shame.
Go check again, please. I need my file. Her brother Favonius, god of agriculture and wind, Kosoth, god of fire and war, Grumbar, god of earth, and twin sisters Istitia and Othydra, goddesses of water. Okay. The lesser 4 were Oral, goddess of ice and frost, Breezelin, god of storms, swamps, and judgment, Sashamoth. Yeah, Sashamoth, goddess of sand and purity, and Exodus, god of ash. However, wherever power and holiness reside, conflict always arises. Othydra began to get jealous of her sister's perfect appearance and how adored she was among her followers, and so she tried to kill the water goddess in her sleep.
As you do.
Unfortunately for Othydra, the creatures on Astitia's scepter were awake and aware, and they warned her of her sister's evil intentions before Othydra could strike.
Okay.
After this event, Othydra was cast down from godhood and was left to wander the oceans of Elementus aimlessly for the rest of eternity. Did she leave?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So she was left to wander the oceans of Elementus aimlessly for the rest of eternity. Favonius and his sister Akkadi began to have disputes as well. Akkadi believed that gods should only interfere with man when serious matters are brought up, such as, and with government and law in place, while Favonius believed that no matter how big or small the issue is, a god should be there for their people and shine themselves to those who don't follow them so that they may begin to bring more people to them. This argument lasted for years until finally one day, Favonius decided to let his sister lead, as she thought was just, and broke off from the gods. He created a land, or he didn't create the land, but he kind of was like the owner and ruler and broke off this land that existed between the regions, where he could be alone with his thoughts, and he could take care of any creatures who found their way there that he believed was correct. This land between lands was later coined as the Spindlewoods. The regions of Elementus are as wide and vast as the gods that shaped them and the people that built them up. Now the 6 reduced down to 4. The major gods of Elementus renamed themselves the core 4. So any followers of elementalism, which is the religion in which followers believe and follow one or more of the elemental gods, would know that the quartet of remaining gods were the ones to follow and worship, not the 2 they cast out. Each of the core 4 blessed and shaped the region of Elementus that housed the element they ruled over, and the original layout of Elementus had a large sea that was north of the land, which split said land apart. And then from there on, that's everything I have written, but there's more. From there on, the lesser 4 were tasked to create the star points.
Okay.
This was before they were cast down, so they made 6 star points for the 6.
That makes more sense now.
I love
Each of them were supposed to get a star point so they could each create a genie as a conduit between man and godhood.
Oh, which is why all of them together are stable for all the genies to keep on thriving.
While they had their, while they were creating the genies, that's when Othydra fell from power, which is why there's only one god, one water genie, not 2. But there's 2 air genies because this is before Favonius broke off.
So, did the star points, are they all the exact same, or are there some different colors or something?
They're all the same, but they created a different genie based on which god held them.
Can you tell the star points apart by looking at them?
I know, because they all belong in one. They're all supposed to be put together. When they're all placed together, they have their power. They create the genies.
Okay.
But because Othydra fell, that other point was useless. So they kind of just kept it in a vault, locked away. Now, once the war happened in Calum, and Zemdonis was made from a treant into this giant life-giving tree that kind of houses and gives life throughout the rest of the region, there was a specific point where they said, okay, Zemdonis and King Salik, because, well, at the time it wasn't Salik, it was Salik's grandpa at that time. Then down to the father, but they trusted the line of lineage of royalty so much that they, inside of, when they made Zemdonis into a life-giving tree, they made a spot where the star points were held, and they were kept in there. Somehow they fell out recently.
The star points?
Yeah.
That's why
That's why you now have them. Now the bridge between,
because
where
we're all from different regions. Because he's from Calum, Lympha, Silex, and you're from Calum.
Metellus.
So you both are from the fire because you both serve the royal.
Fire.
And those are the 4 main ones.
Can I
But the
pray
other
to
ones.
the creator?
sure.
Sure.
I'm gonna
You
go
son of a bitch.
outside.
Suck my nuts. And then just
Is there anything I can do to enhance the prayer? Does that make sense?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, draw something, not a pentagram, but like,
Would I know anything? Because I've drawn out gods beyond Elementus. For
Yeah.
sure. Because like I don't. What was that again? What's the reason for that? You know.
For what?
I mean, is there anyone else in Elementus who like serves any other gods outside of Elementus? Because like I didn't serve any of the genies because I don't believe their ideals and like beliefs. 'Cause I thought I knew like they were like there's some greater out there that serves better purpose than them.
Yeah. There are probably people like you, but they do not make themselves known because they're shunned out by the rest of the
Which
elementalists.
is why I was banished from Calum because I
Yeah. Because you didn't follow Akkadi or anything, or any of the elementalist religion. But you know kind of how to contact outer gods, because one night, I'd say you were on your ship praying, and he kind of spoke to you, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like this was, well, he spoke to you before you got banished, right?
Before I got what?
Before you were banished from Calum, Tyr spoke to you.
I was in the forest. I was kind of like in, not forest, where was I? So this is Calum. I was banished because I didn't follow in the genies, so I went over to Galu. It's probably around Galu.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of helped people around Calum and Galu with stuff. And then then he gave me a gift for it. He gave me a gift of a ship, like a kind of like a royal ship kind of, I guess. And then I sailed and lived on helping people as well.
So
kind of like going around there to help
so
people.
when you were in Calum, you were banished because you worshipped Tyr instead of Akkadi.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
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 So you would know how to access outer gods.
He probably... Would you think like he gave me anything to contact? Because I have my current arcane focus, which is kind of like a triangle, kind of like Norman Garmerlon's kind of logo thing, but it's kind of like the time stone, like the time.
Okay.
I forgot what it's called, but like that Doctor Strange wears in like the movie, it's like kind of like that.
Okay.
Which kind of helps me focus on.
Yes.
That.
Yes.
How does Evan's mom play into this?
Well,
Sorry,
Arthur.
Arthur's mom
Sorry.
from in real life played.
Wait.
Donna comes in. Rex.
I was the villain all
How
along.
does Donna play into this?
It was me, Barry.
So
What about you, Evan?
she basically was.
Stabbing my dick. Yes.
Well, that's a good question.
Did she help kill the other two that have fought the two of the core four or something?
Well, they're not dead.
Or like, should she help them fall?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Basically, what happened was, I believe, if I'm wrong, let me know, but I believe this is what happened. You were a fallen angel.
Mm-hmm.
You fell down to Elementus because you were working with Akadi. And was your mother someone who found you, adopted you, became your mother? Or was she also a part of Akadi and fell with you?
The latter.
Which she was a higher.
She was like
Ranked
their. She was like their. Like I don't know how you call it. Or like she was like a god that answered to the core four. So usually like sometimes if they had stuff that like you said, Akadi was like problems that aren't too big, not gonna really worry about. So like basically like small problems, she would be like there to fix them all.
That's right. That's right. I remember now. Thank you.
Salt around your nipples like
It's
Margaret.
like basically like
That sounds amazing.
it's sort of hard to explain.
No, I know.
Yeah, but
Can
that's
I
pretty
pray?
much that's how it is. We
He's wanting to pray.
because of like the war and we were serving Akadi, we all fell.
Okay, that makes sense.
Now, the question is, why did you fall?
Exactly. And I have no idea. Well, my mother told me why, but obviously that's
Probably a lie. And when did you fall? How recently?
30 years ago.
You fell 30 years ago.
Fell from the astral plane 30 years. So how old?
No, he wasn't in the astral
Wait,
plane.
you
He was part of Akadi's army, so he still would have been part of Elementus.
How old is Arthur?
Chronologically 51, but I am 20, like appearance-wise and mentally.
Because I'm 37 in terms of like when I fell out.
Can I pray?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm gonna give him my thing. It's gonna help you, man. Come on. I'll give him my arcane focuser, and I'm gonna try. Can I try telepathically going in his mind and just
Yes.
see if that's gonna do something? Like,
Yes.
try to like do it so we can both be there
Yes.
to contact him. Because we're both.
Okay.
Because we're both. I don't know. Because we're both religious. I don't know.
I'm not religious at all.
Oh, okay, we both have outside.
I just want to meet a god. Like,
Me too. Okay.
Hey, God.
He's literally science over religion right now.
He is
Yeah, you're a nerd.
You're so intolerant.
yeah, sure, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
That's not how it works.
Shut up.
Okay. My eyes closed and turns white.
Close your eyes. Yep.
It's like white or yes,
No,
it's blue.
they turn like this bluish white as they glow.
Forgot.
And as you close your eyes, you feel something and you see something in your head. You see these two glowing blue orbs going around each other, and they're on your left side
Fucking dab it.
of your vision. They slowly begin to come over, and they create an infinity sign.
Oh yeah.
How deep is the cut?
As you two are now interlocked with his Kroy spirits.
Okay.
Rock,
Stanley?
hear me?
Stanley, what are you doing?
I am helping you.
Oh, thanks.
They are doing a ritual right now.
What kind of
Yeah.
ritual?
I believe it is to speak with the god that we spoke of, the creator.
Talk to him. Do it. Go for it. Or you can do it to me.
Hello?
Both you make an Arcana check, or one of you make it with advantage.
What's your arcana? Mine's an
I'm
eight.
not religion, not Arcana. Religion.
Oh, religion.
Sorry.
I have plus
Grab like
5.
a single hot rider down.
No,
It's been poisoned.
Plus 100.
Wait, how do you have
Single
plus
hot
five?
rider.
I have a +5 because I'm proficient in that. A +3 for proficiency +2.
I'm not proficient in religion.
I'll do it then, I guess. Just better
I
odds.
only have +4.
Then you get those spells.
21.
Go again. Keep going.
Yeah, 21.
21. Well, what do you say to?
Can I cast guidance as well, just to help?
Yes.
Add a D4.
So 24.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
We're just trying to.
I'm
Contact.
asking to become a god, but
Oh.
I'll be real with you, Sam. I'm gonna let you go first. Though.
I'm just trying
What
to.
are you saying to
30 minutes.
awaken to get his attention? What do you say?
Is anyone there? I guess.
Oh, how are we getting his attention?
Trying to get his attention,
Mhm.
Well, if you're the creator, then your creations have come to bargain.
Ooh.
Dormammu have come to bargain.
You die.
We've come to bargain.
13th level blight.
Dude, that guidance saved you.
Did it really? Oh,
It would have been.
What's happening?
It was a 21, but defender wins. So
Yeah.
but with the guidance,
Yeah.
you
Power
got it.
word.
What would've happened?
Yeah, what would happen?
He wouldn't have answered.
Oh, okay.
You would have died.
Exploded his fucking.
I am the creator.
Yo, guys, it's fucking Tyler.
I went to Walmart, got a bagel. No, but you hear it in your mind. Just. So, you know when you usually speak to a god and you hear like a booming voice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't.
It's Tyler the
Amen.
Amen.
You don't hear anything. Instead, you see words.
Oh.
What is it thy seek?
Amen.
Validation.
I could have given you that. I'm just kidding. Validation.
I don't know what else to I guess like Xalan wants to know what's going on with the creator. I suppose.
I can't. Yeah, every
What's
time I
going
hear
on,
the
Tyler?
creator.
The
Every time I
creator.
hear the creator now.
I wonder what's going on with Tyler. What's going
Well, it
on?
was gonna be cool, but now it's not as cool anymore.
I just
Dude, it would be
imagine
sick if Tyler the
He's
creator.
just typing on a
What do you
keyboard.
mean?
Yeah.
That's the main guy.
I seek to leverage my good deeds into the ascension of godhood.
You seek to become a god.
I guess well, Xander,
You're Jesus.
but it's like, I don't know if you would. Do you want to like talk to Tyr about it first? Not.
I seek to bring
I'm
down
tired.
justice and peace
I wish to bring
to
down justice.
all of those around me.
Batman, I think
And
it was what I said.
ascending to godhood would be the biggest way to do that. That's what I see. That's what I
Are you being honest?
Yeah, I am
sitting
being
there
honest.
like.
Because his whole life has been
Talking balls like
everyone else has really supported him with getting enough money so that he can go adventure the world,
That's not the
writing
only
books, trying to educate people, becoming a
Starting a
teacher,
school.
starting a school, becoming a teacher, becoming a principal,
Education.
falling in love, having kids. It's all he just has such like a will to be around people and to help people, and that's like his whole motivation. And he hasn't been able to do that because with his wife dying and him trying to take care of his kids, he had to step down as principal. But now he wants to like come back, and he thinks being a god would,
Better being like a greater.
a greater being would be easier to
So we can help people.
do that.
In this portion.
That's kind of like that's what he's thinking.
I can imagine a gnome as a god.
Well, there's many.
There's actually
Yeah.
a lot of
He's kind of like Frank Lumen, the Scottish man.
Jimmy, in the old campaign, Jimmy Bob worshipped Flandel, Steelskin, who was a gnomish god of the forge. And he's just a big, small guy.
he was really just
Roll persuasion.
you need
Can
like
you roll for advantage if I help him?
Just for no reason.
Not with the creator.
Not the creator.
You can't. This is
Can
not.
I cast a spell?
You could try.
This is like father.
I'm just gonna cast. Just give me advantage on charisma checks.
That's fine.
Okay, persuasion. So it's plus 6 with advantage,
No, it's only one.
which is good.
Save it for later.
But I gave myself advantage, so I can't use guidance.
Wow.
All right, let's go for the 20, baby. Let's go for the 20, baby. Ah, 25.
There's no way it's high enough.
Did he just become a
25.
No, Justin, no.
If I'm thinking this right,
It should
I've
be-
looked. I've
it's gonna be- the DC
memorized
should
the
be
back
like
of this
30.
shit. The
Yeah.
DCs go up by 5 increments.
It should be like 30 for the DC.
Okay, well
To
you're
be
not
a
the
god.
DM. All
To
right.
become a
to
god.
become a god?
Roll enough
I
with
don't know.
advantage with all these persuasions.
I'll give you
I
this
rolled
much,
a
I
right?
don't know.
Use your
Fully
D12.
fledged god.
Use your
I'm
D12.
using my D12.
I'll give you. Oh yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, the inspiration?
Yeah.
Oh! I forgot we had
Can we
inspiration.
all just give him our D12?
No.
Please.
Fuck out of here.
47!
No.
Yes!
I draw the line somewhere.
No! That's
It's a natural 12!
37! 37 to become a god!
It's gonna be 40, isn't it?
I'm done. So we can. Oh my god.
Frog Lumen's
I
a
see it.
god.
I would've
I
picked the
see it
worst spell
fucking
kill
spinning. Stopped at a 12.
Here, use another one.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Give
37.
me your shit.
I made it impossible.
I know the impossible is 35.
No. Yeah.
Impossible is 35,
But you
and I
gave
got
us
you up to
inspiration.
37.
I'm not
I
even-
know
I'm
the
not even
increments.
End the campaign right there.
37, 30. I rolled a 37 persuasion to become a god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can't fight you on that.
Don't touch me. I'm done.
That is
No, don't touch me. No, I'm done. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
There.
No,
impressive to say
I
the
don't
least.
want to hear it. I'm over this.
I regret speaking. That was a
Dude, I'm so happy to remember the inspiration.
You have proven worthy
I'm done. You can just
But at
kill
the
me
same
and just
time-
get away with
for years and years.
Pulls out a desert eagle Apollo plane.
And while some decisions you make
It has to be
are
Maybe you get the same luck.
No, yeah, I get nat 1 and get
Reprobate.
Okay,
castrated.
I'm becoming a god right now. Hold on.
I'm talking to Tyler right now. Come on.
He's Tyler.
Tyler creator.
your good and purity outshines your bad intention. However, I do hope you realize, and you're not hearing it, you're just reading.
Yeah.
It's like popping in your mind.
And I see the smell.
Yeah. And you're like, what the fuck?
It pops into your mind.
No, but
Fight in a war, my boy.
I do hope you now realize
Sign in on it.
I can't.
that gods exist.
It auto signs in on 20.
Yes, I do.
As you guys who are awake and aware begin to see Frank's body raise. His body
being
begins to
hung.
glow.
So I can kill the god now. I can prove you wrong.
Yes, you can.
Quick, everyone, gang up on his ass.
What the hell is happening?
It is now. I hope you are aware. It is not simple to just become a god.
I know.
Be like me.
However,
I will.
you are given godlike
I see
properties
now.
while still being mortal in the flesh. You still must do more to prove that you are worthy to become a god. But you are receiving powers that will give you a godhood status.
I'm gonna have to bow down to him.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will. No, you
Yes,
don't.
I will. Get on your knees and suck and blow.
No, you
I'm
don't.
gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready. I'll be ready.
Because I'm still
Get
Frank.
on your knees, just suck and blow.
Yeah.
I've got to go.
Oh my god.
And so it is done. And you both.
Well, I wanted to. Oh, that is good.
That's it. It's ended.
Sorry, man.
The
Sure.
spirit.
That's
You
it,
literally
the
watch the
campaign
spirits break off as yours go back to you and his wake
What
up.
really just
You wake up and look,
You became
and
a
Frank is
I rolled
glowing
a
in his body.
37.
I became a fucking god.
Frog?
Frog. He's a
So,
I think it worked.
I have godlike properties.
What does that mean?
Can you get me some bitch?
I'm not that strong.
Gonna take my pants off now.
Yeah, I'm still from.
All right, everybody, get on your knees.
I'm still from.
We're
I
bowing
don't
to
know
the
what else.
motherfucker.
I don't know what else
My
changed.
sister, I don't care
What?
anymore.
You have a longer.
You can't
schlong.
tell yet.
Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know.
You have a godlike schlong.
So just make him as a
Is it
god
different
schlong and
from
that's
him?
it.
Like,
Besides him glowing, you as a religious man, you three are religious people. Very.
I'm not anymore. I don't believe in God.
Frog Lumen's a
God does not
god.
exist to me at all.
You feel this aura coming off of him. This intense, holy aura. Yeah. No.
You didn't think you'd get this far, didn't you?
I didn't think this would happen
lost
today.
for words.
No,
Even you're a loss for words.
I've never
I'm
been
not trying
this
to pull a
lost.
Solomon or anything. I just was like, he's been a good guy his whole life. You know, he's pretty wise and smart. And I rode high.
So well.
You just hear the words "fuck you." And
All right, fuck you too.
All right, so that happened.
Can he be trying?
I don't really know. What do we do now?
Dude, Gorthak's just looking at
Nature is staring at you.
Just a giant hand from the
Principal
heavens.
Lumen.
You know what? No.
Yes.
It's God Lumen to you.
we spoke with him.
Go ahead and kill
The
the
creator.
now. Actually,
I'll let you suffer through this.
Why?
I don't
Now
know
I'm
if
asking to
you didn't see
die,
what
and you won't give it
I
to
just
me.
saw.
Whoa, what happened?
You sat and you began to float in the air.
Yeah.
That happens.
Began to glow, and as your eyes opened, this yellow light shot from them. It was. Oh my! Are you okay?
I
Do you
feel
need? Do you need water?
Do I feel good? Like, how do I
You
feel?
don't. You don't. It's, you don't feel different. It's weird.
I think I feel good. How do you feel?
A bit overwhelmed. Confused.
No, I didn't believe that someone should be called a god if they can be killed. But if your god can't be killed,
I think Frog's like a
What about his?
demigod.
What about his?
Yeah,
Can his
some-
get
Like, he's
killed?
really powerful.
I don't know.
Just
Because I'd like to kill it, that bastard.
Well, it depends by who.
You know what?
Can
I
he
no
kill my
longer serve
frog?
a god.
Now?
Like,
I will serve
I do believe the creator.
Kill
I'm
his
actually
god.
gonna leave.
I want you to kill his
You could
god.
kill
So
my
we can
god
erase
now.
It's my new character, Donnie North.
You can kill my
His
god
Donnie
now.
North isn't care anymore.
Die North.
Die North.
You can kill my
James
god.
Bond.
You're the one that can do
for
it.
you.
Too fast, too furious. Dom.
I'm gonna call
I'll
my
be
god.
elite.
I'm about to
I'll be
say
able to
it.
kill a
I keep
god.
forgetting. I gotta bring
with
my
my own
that has
car.
wallpaper. It literally mentions that you talked to me one time.
Your own Prius.
I'm gonna ram my Prius.
So what's the next step?
30 rod. 30.
Well,
30. Mid.
I'm going to question my entire life. Like, I'm literally just gonna go walk off.
Wait, what's wrong?
I'm just walking off.
Are you mad? Why are you mad?
Nah. I need a second. I just need a second.
You need to say. I didn't think any of this was gonna happen. I just wanted to see. I thought I've done some good stuff. I don't know. I thought I was.
to see if you
Thought
I
I was
just have
pretty
some
cool.
questions. Let's have some questions. How
Do
do we
we
address
need
it
an
now?
intervention?
No, I don't think so.
I need a psychological evaluation.
I've seen this stuff before.
I can become a paladin underneath Frank now.
Oh my god, he can.
I can make warlocks.
Oh
Wait.
my god. Dear fucking.
That's
But I'm not.
Oh Jesus.
Frog Lumen's a
35
day.
DC.
Jesus Christ.
37.
He got 37.
Can't make this shit up, dude.
I'm keeping this shit.
You would have got 3 women straight.
That's your
Like, you could have gotten a 12, 11.
your
I
luck
needed
for
to
the
roll a
next
10 or
one.
higher on this.
And you
So I
got
got
a 12.
You got
19.
12.
I had 19 plus 6.
So 6, 25.
That was 25. And then the DC was 35, so I needed to roll a 10 or higher. And it spun and spun and spun. And I saw the 12, but I was like, maybe it's going to roll off. And it just stopped at 12.
It was there.
And I
for
can't wait to show my dad the reaction. Oh my god.
Damn.
that hurt.
Damn.
It's funny because I don't even feel anything that. I'm just like, alright.
Because you have to be deemed worthy, kind of like Thor.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you're a demigod now or something.
Demi.
Yeah.
He's lawful
More
good.
Like Demi.
Even though you guys
He's
keep
like,
saying he killed
like-
people.
like Hercules.
I didn't say shit.
You
Thank
killed
Yeah.
more than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
like-
he's tried to save you.
You saved more than I have. You also killed more than me. You're
No,
I guess
I'm
you're
just still
benevolent.
laughing
So
about what
funny.
the fuck just happened.
I've never.
Your attack
This has
roll.
never happened before.
This has literally never happened. I can't believe Did you get him? I come.
I will say though, a lot of your violent thoughts and tendencies are gone.
Right. I'm not feeling the need to go.
Not at all.
Oh, hey, hell.
You feel like you, but like you calm. You chill.
Oh, hell, daddy.
No.
Baddie.
It didn't stay.
Bro, look,
Akadi who?
dude, let me make you a warlock.
Akadi who?
Next.
Borealis who?
We have to take care of you guys. Let's go get your memories back.
Calypso who?
Do something else though. What are the star points? You just wait and see what happens.
Can I hold the star points?
Yeah.
Can I try to assemble them, or like, does that do anything?
Well, they already are assembled, aren't they?
Right.
Anything's possible at this point.
What can I do? What? Wait.
I'm gonna text you something.
Okay.
Actually,
Wait,
I'm gonna say cheer here.
What does this mean for your children? Do they become like demi-whatevers?
Maybe.
you too, because you're not.
But I don't want to create any sort of like genies or. That's no.
So how do you
No.
do that?
All I'm saying, I'm going to do it. I'm gonna do it.
Like anything.
Yeah,
Boys,
Power.
wait,
I
this
don't
is-
understand
fuck
why
shit
how
up.
I am.
You know, there's always
Life
like
has no purpose, no meaning.
Might as well do rob and kill
Evan. He
people.
just became a god.
I know.
He just became a god
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
in the span of 2 seconds.
Yeah.
No.
On a
We're
whim.
at level 6.
You're at level 6 and you became a god.
Oh my god, I literally have to be on this good side. All the time.
Whatever makes Frog.
I can see what I can do with my gun and see if I get anything better.
You think about it. I'll let you free it. Whatever you think
How
Frog
does-
stands for,
Right.
that is what the god.
Right. How would that
God
relationship
of
work?
mushrooms.
It would completely just since you're between God and human, but you're above genie, you would still be able to be that genie's master. So you would basically have your own.
Oh yeah. I'm starting that shit.
But that's another one that you have to roll for.
That's what I'm doing. I'm putting it together, and that's what I'm.
You're gonna make a genie. You get a wish spell. You're gonna wish for your wife to come back. And that's it.
And then Frank is
Yes,
over.
do
Then there's
that.
no need for Frank no more.
Yeah, that's your entire
You're-
purpose.
you're
You
literally-
can retire now. You can literally make a genie
I
and
have
wish
some
for
o-
your wife to come back. and it's
I have
over.
some other plans.
Killing Arthur right on top of
No, I'm still good. Frank is still Frank. Like, he wants to help you guys. He still loves you as a son.
Exactly.
Like, he still cares about you guys.
But if Joshua does something bad, you can just obliterate him.
But
Just point a
I'm
finger
not
at him.
going.
Literally, if I piss you off in the slightest way,
No, I can't.
Yes,
I'm-
you literally
No, I
can.
can't. But I won't.
You're a
Like,
long
Frank's
way.
chaotic. Not his alignment, but sure, his personality is more chaotic. But he's
Wow.
gonna
Not gonna
change
even
some
work.
shit.
He's not gonna walk up to some random fucker
Yeah,
on the
I'll
street
I'll
and
make a genie.
Oh!
Wait, will
Murder hobo.
will it upset the other gods
Who
if
says
I
I murdered
create
some
a
random
genie?
hobo off the
You don't
street?
know.
I
You
mean,
probably will, to be honest, because you just became a
Throw out
god.
the balance.
And they probably
Yes.
feel that.
They're gonna be
It's
like
not like I'm gonna
ticked
walk
at
up
you
and say, hey you,
just for existing.
pull out my dagger.
Unless if I get on the good side. So I don't know if
Hey,
you should.
Kusan, what do
yeah,
you think of this?
I'm gonna suck his.
short film.
Yeah, I understand now. Remember Crack Shot short film?
Hey Justin, I have a question.
Who can make a sequel now?
Are you doing something?
Make the sequel. You're gonna
No, go
you're
ahead.
gonna achieve godhood by.
Can I ask
you're gonna
Kosat
fuck my ass.
what do you think of this?
I'm sorry. In order to
No answer.
He's dead.
Just a
Baby, we got
deep
it.
groan.
We got the trilogy.
Just a-
Well, now
He said
at least I
work
know.
Who's
And
holding the star points right now?
The Frank.
Frank's holding them?
He's assembling them.
Christ! Assembling them.
I think it's best if we just be careful.
Give them to me.
No.
Can you imagine? Give them. Guys,
Give
I-
them to me.
I would literally turn in my character sheet.
I think we should.
Why?
No, I would. If you said it, give her to me.
That's
I would just turn it in.
Fuck.
Look,
Just wait.
guys,
Oh,
I think I need to address the group. All right.
Okay.
You're still Frank.
I'm Frank.
I know, but it's.
I've tried my
It's
whole
scary
life
now.
to do good
We
with how my
understand.
dad's raised me.
Yes.
I've taught and educated students who have gone on to do amazing things in the world. I've committed to helping you guys, and this is going to be a little bit of an adjustment, but I'm still me. I feel different, but I think this is good.
It is good too.
I know.
But I think it's safe if we put the stars in safe holding for now, just in case if anything bad happens.
I know. I'm just gonna do
I
something
also
really
believe
quick.
it would be unwise.
You see me
Can I make
offering
it-
this and selling them to random people.
Investigation.
all
I
of
got
us.
On what? On what?
you to the
On what?
So-
I don't know what's.
So I have the.
So
you
we
know,
all know the star points can make a genie.
right. I have the
And he's
prowess
a
of a
god.
god, and there's only a certain amount of genies, right? So if I create another one, it could throw things off.
100%. But
But
there's only 5 genies that exist, and there's
'Cause-
6
'cause-
points.
because there's only one in Live.
Make a genie. Let's see what happens. Go for it.
Because
just do it. Just make
Osidra
a
fell
genie.
from godhood
Just kill
before
We're going
you
on
had
board.
me.
This is literally it.
Yeah,
I'm
make a
putting the
genie.
star points
Yes,
together.
Lord collect,
I'm
correct.
making
Fuck.
and I'm making a
I love it
genie.
when it
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Can I investigate?
This is Justin. This
Yeah.
is
What are you
Justin.
investigating?
I just
Justin.
want to.
This is the new
It's like
mission.
what's
You gotta
Or
beat
insight
them.
him then.
inside
To see what he's doing.
Don't make it. Don't.
I know what's happening. He's literally saying, "I'm gonna assemble this to make a genie." So
Yeah.
I'm like saying, "Don't do
I'm
it."
just putting it together.
Okay. What are you investigating? I don't know what you're investigating.
Just the star points, and if anything, is there anything off with them?
No. They seem to be just the star points. You take piece by piece on the table. You begin to slide the last piece in. Is there any objections to this?
Yeah, but what does it even matter? I want you to
No.
do is say
Well, this
that.
can.
I want to see
But
what
it's
happens.
I
gonna
want to say it happens, but this
We're gonna get fucked.
we're great.
I rather
feel
get
like-
fucked.
Wait,
you
I'd
completely
rather get
fucked. You
fucked
completely
now.
fucked.
Calm down.
Wait,
I'd rather get fucked
completely
now
fucked.
and get over with.
Can we do
Let's
more
do it.
research first?
No.
I feel like this episode we should like wait it out because he just became a god.
I just became a god. There's
Like
5
5 powers
genies
may
in
be
existence,
shipped away.
but there's 6 star points, and I'm thinking like I want to make a good genie now, because this genie would be the teacher, a genie of like teaching or education or however like
For
whatever the
Limfa?
phrase. I don't know because it's my genie.
Because it's 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. There's 1 here.
Well, I don't know how the whole geography thing is gonna factor in.
Okay, there's one. Okay. Let's do a little bit more lore. Here we go. Okay, children.
There's one spot left, right?
And it's Limfa.
Silex has one genie.
Oh.
Genie of elemental earth.
Mhm.
Genie of fire.
Genie
Genie of water. 2 genies of air. One is
Right.
been banished, but is still a genie. Isn't destroyed. That means with 6 points and 5 genies, there's room for one more.
And that could be in Silex. It could be current. We can make him like right now.
Slip the last piece in.
If he
Okay.
makes one, if he makes a genie,
What will happen?
can I ask Kosoth?
Yeah.
Kosoth, what would happen if you were to make a genie right now?
Well,
Oh my god, don't.
I don't know what to tell you.
You created a
It
genie
doesn't-
before, right? Didn't you create the one that
I did.
different has now?
I did.
What happened when you created that one?
Everything was fine. And I get the sense that, well, I don't have a feeling in me to stop this. There is no harm that can be done because the last point was never given a genie to work with. If this
my
is-
guy said it's cool, let's do it.
My
Who
dad
said
said
we
I could
needed
go
his-
on the field trip.
Dad said I could go. Let's
Who
do
said
it.
we needed his goddamn approval?
I'll slip the last piece in.
Bryak does.
Is a parent like signature?
Channel it and channel it and
Thank you, Kosoth.
roll Arcana.
Plus 7.
And you have the
And I'm
advantage
proficient.
from the earliest.
And,
Review.
Dude, how? He's
26.
That, yeah.
Dude.
I don't know, guys. I'm rolling right in front of you. Like, these are Crit's dice. That's-
Crit, dice are
I
scuffed.
don't know what's going on with Crit, but
It always ties back to you somehow. It always ties back to you somehow. Oh my god.
It does, doesn't it?
It always does.
Oh.
I hate you.
Oh.
I hate you so much.
oh, guys,
Marvel.
it's happening.
It's happening! It's happening!
This smoke, green smoke, billows out. It's green with brown undertones. You see popping out as the body begins to is a feminine genie. Shoulders slacked back, green skin with brown coloration. There's brown freckles all over her face. She has small glasses on with this mop of curly gray hair going down. You see, as she builds up, becomes larger and larger. In one hand, she has a plant sprout growing out of her hand. The other hand, a book. As she comes out. Your wish is my command.
Well, I would say bring your wife back.
And that.
No!
You son of a bitch!
And session.
No, we have time! We have time! Son of a bitch!
Stop it!
What? No! Oh my god!
Season 2 is canceled.
Oh.
Go on strike. We're going on strike.
We're going on
Strike.
We're gonna beat the shit out of you with the DM's guide.
We'll beat you, and then we'll take the lap down reader first.
How about you just DM right now, alright? Or DM and get done with the campaign.
Fuck, no. Come on, 20 more minutes, Dad, please.
Dash.
Please, 20 more
Okay.
minutes.
Let's go! Let's fucking go! Let's go. We want some time.
Okay. I'll give it to them. They've been good kitties.
I assume this hasn't affected my wife's current circumstance. She's currently dead. However, I think if I just continue on, I'll still be able to bring her back. When I become a level 20 druid, I can just cast Greater Resurrection. I assume that's not gonna take. It's gonna take me roughly 2 more years, and she has only been dead for like 140 years or something.
So Greater Resurrection's 1,000 years, right? Is it
500 years or whatever it is. The timetables are all in place. I'll get there eventually as long as I don't die. And if I die,
I can just.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
I can resurrect your body. I'm a cleric as well.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm gonna live forever.
I'm a cleric.
I'm never gonna die.
I say bring her back. That's your whole goal. That's why you went on this journey. And you can still come with us with your wife and your kids after or something.
But there should be something. Is
I
there
have the
anything
wish
else
spell
we should
too.
do? Like something big, like.
I have a wish spell myself though.
But it's a wish though. It's like a big thing.
This is a big thing. Let's talk this through. Let's talk it out.
Let's
Let's
talk
talk it out,
Some-
team. Let's
some
talk it
of
out.
my mother here beat her ass, win the game.
Okay, here's the thing.
Kill
Here's
your
what we're thinking. Here's what I'm thinking.
Slash kill.
One,
Shoot off 6
I bring my wife.
Slash kill Calypso.
One, I bring my wife back. But I've never had a doubt that I'm gonna do that. I've never been worried about it. 2, I give you guys your memories back.
But we can.
Right?
But we can,
we
do,
can
that,
do
right?
that.
We can
We can do that easier than you
Easier
can.
than
3, every time I reach into my pocket, I pull out 10 gold.
No!
What? No!
What the fuck? Something else.
Useless fucking ability!
No.
We
Something else.
slash kill Tyler the Creator.
Okay, you know how
Campaign
genies
ends.
work?
No.
Dude, slash
No.
code, cheat code.
Please, inform
As a
Bring
god,
back and
with
get
your
her wife.
awakened knowledge,
Yeah.
a genie has the ability to conjure anything that you need. However, they can only do 1 wish spell per life. But if it's, you can ask them for things to conjure, to create, to shift things.
Wait, so you can ask the genie to literally give us the lily right now, like the desert lily. You could conjure it up. That's what you're
But
saying.
will it have the same properties?
And you're saying that. So like right now, you're saying that with that we could get. You could.
You get one wish per day, but only 1 wish spell per genie's life. Now, if you kill the genie and make a new one, you get a new wish spell. But then you have to kill a genie.
And you can't wish for more wishes.
No.
We bring your
Because
wife back.
the being is not able, physically,
Why don't you
mentally
wish for the
able
lily
to
right
make
now?
a
I
wish.
wanna be a
wish though,
prince.
'cause he can conjure it, right?
Dude.
Have the genie
Bum,
conjure us the
bum,
lily.
bum,
so
bum,
that-
bum, 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 bum.
So that she can cast the wish spell once a day.
No,
No,
he can wish,
once
conjure
wish
something.
spell once per genie life.
Right.
You know how
But
genies
she
are.
can do as you ask
Yeah,
This is a
don't be-
and conjure, create, and shift and
Oh,
teleport
so like.
once per day.
If we are not very
Oh.
But to do anything with a wish spell,
like
like
Right.
instantly kill this person, she can do that once per life.
Okay.
Or you can say, I wish for you to kill them. Then she will do everything in her power to kill
May
them.
I look up? I'm just gonna look up wish spell.
Yeah, do it.
Wish spell's 5e.
There's gotta be something like big
No,
though.
fuck
Like
it.
something like
We can go
kill
to
Evan's
the
mom or
war
something.
Something major.
Or like
Get
kill
memories
Orcus.
Something major.
He can bring
Like
back
bring
his
balance to.
Nah, I'd
Force.
say yeah. Wish for your
Bring
wife
balance to
back
the force.
and conjure us
Get
the
the
conjure us the
BBG
lily so we
right
can
now.
have our
The
eyes.
real BBG.
I mean that's not.
Could I become?
Kill him.
My turn.
Hey Tyler, I would like to become a creator, god too.
I will say, as soon as this genie billows out, you feel a huge shake in the world.
Just I look up to the sky.
The
Oh
balance.
my God.
You just see a hand.
The balance.
There's a new god, and now they're like, what the fuck?
What's something big though? Like we can like.
We bring back his wife.
But we can do
We
that.
can do that
We can
anyways.
do that.
How?
Greater
All right,
restoration.
let me
it's a
think about this.
spell.
Every time I reach into my pocket, listen.
I can
listen.
rob people and
Shut
get more
up
shit.
and listen. For what? Every time I reach into my pocket, I pull out 10 gold.
Why not a platinum?
Yeah, wait, why not a platinum?
It's a
Sure.
wish spell. It's a
What
wish
a-
spell.
Shit, if
Whatever.
we're gonna be doing money, you might as well do a platinum.
Sure,
Okay, you
a
take it out
platinum,
and then-
whatever. I can do that. I can buy a potion of greater resurrection, or a scroll,
Yeah, you could buy a scroll of resurrection.
a scroll of truer resurrection. We could pay for anything that we might need.
Every time you reach in your pocket, you pull out 10 platinum.
But here's the thing: I don't want to cause
11.
inflation, and that's
20.
genuinely something that I'm
Yes.
thinking of.
Inflation.
I'm genuinely thinking that because I've thought about this. Every time I reach into my pocket,
actually
I
funny.
put out $100. I could literally destroy
The entire economic
the
balance.
entire
Who gives a
economic
fuck about
balance.
the economic
What
balance?
the fuck
We're
is real?
rich!
Cost 10 gold now.
And just
Welcome
me
to
strolling
Tavern.
up, like,
Destroy
Jack
the
just
fucking
dripped out.
universe in
Or-
California Valley.
It's
Or we
literally
can
like
wait.
the gas prices.
What if we wait and just?
What if we
What
just
if, like,
entrap
what if,
the
like,
genie?
You
something
just
bigger
use it to buy a
happens?
single
TNT
true resurrection
inflation.
spell and then never use it again.
That's
Until we need it.
What if we just wait though? Like we can wait and see if anything else. Like, what if we need something in like a couple more sessions? That's like really important.
Then I have the wish.
Like this is very important right now, but it's more like.
Then I have the other wish spell.
All right, everyone, take
You
a
do?
look. Or right now, we're
we have
deciding
two
on the
wish
platinum.
spells.
He pulls out a single platinum out of his pocket.
Or two.
Okay.
No, we just do one because he's worried about inflation. Or we, well, no. I think the platinum's better because he could just
Depends on
buy a
how
fucking
you use
scroll.
you are aware that the wish spell kills the genie, right?
Oh, does it?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So we should conjure the flowers.
So you can
first.
conjure anything you want, and then once you're done with the genie, you use its last wish spell as
I'd
its
like
last
to
dying
conjure a
light.
Why
clue
don't
to
you
my
like
wife's
wait
and
a bit
daughter's
on the
murder.
wish?
Yeah,
I think
I'll
we
wait.
should.
Then I
Conjure
will
the
lose.
Conjure
the
Conjure
lilies,
the
though.
lilies, yeah.
I'd like my memories back.
I mean, if-
Okay,
if-
what's
if
the
you
lily?
were
What's
to
the
end-
lily
Use
called?
him again.
The flower that they need.
Oh, this is Lily of the Desert.
Lily of the desert. So, genie, don't do anything yet. Don't do anything.
Your wish is my
I'm just gonna ask very dumb questions. All right, these are just gonna be dumb questions.
No problem, Master.
Right. Now, and remember, it's important to ask questions because to educate is to inspire. And we should never make students or anyone who asks questions feel dumb. I can ask you to summon the lily of the desert, correct? And you could do it
Yes.
no problem.
Yes.
And you can conjure it. And tell me, do you know if we conjure just one? Can I ask to conjure multiple of them or just one?
How about each of us
I
conjure
believe
one?
one.
One. All right, Sparksy McGee. Do we need just one for everyone to? Would one of them be enough to
Well-
get everyone's powers?
Could you just make a tea out of it?
You will have to become a potion, and then the desert lily would have to be. It's grounded one per potion, so you would need, depending on who needs their memories back, 1, 2, 3 desert lilies.
Okay.
Grounding
So we
them
can't
up.
just
So
Taking them
I
over, putting
don't
them
worry
into a
about me
potion.
wasting the wish spell because I'm not in any sort of urgency, lads.
Well, think about it. Like, so all the other genies, they haven't spent their spells yet, have they?
Well,
So there's no point. Also, because this gene can help a lot bring balance to the star. So I don't know if we should use the wish.
Yeah. All right. So
That's if we need
are
to
we?
use it.
I'm going to conjure up the lily, and we're going to give Ryak his memories. Tomorrow will be you, and then overmorrow will be you.
That's fine.
All right, lads.
Okay.
Is that okay with you? Are you ready,
I'm ready.
Genie?
Yes, Master.
I wish that every time I'm just kidding. I twisted it at the last second. No. I wish.
Alive for 2 minutes.
I wish
I
to
wish
end the campaign.
I wish to conjure Lily of the Desert.
Yeah.
A lily of the desert.
Your wish is my command. You see the sprout in her hand. It seems like it's actually attached to her palm, like a part of her
Huh.
her gaseous form, as well as the book. As she kind of lifts the book in the air, you see
Just one a day.
letters go from the book into her hand, swirl around this plant, and she closes her hand.
One a day.
And when she opens it up, right in front of you, there's this It is this kind of like brownish green stem, and it goes off into 3 large petals. They're of orangey yellow color that kind of goes like a tulip, but it has like a lips at the end. And then in the middle is just this thin little stem-like thing and this orb right in the center. You kind of pluck it out.
Dude.
Okay,
Justin.
we're going to go make a potion out of this. Ryak,
Oh my God, my head.
are you ready?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready than I've ever been.
All right. I'm gonna go to the potions room. Hello. We need this brewed into a potion. Now, this is extremely important. We're talking life or death. Okay?
Okay.
This is the crazy lady.
Yeah. No, but she said, got it. Yes.
Extremely important.
She eats it.
I forgot what I've had for lunch.
And I'll give her advantage on anything.
This is a rare ingredient you found yourself here.
Yes. Yes.
She places it into her mortar and pestle and begins to. Grabs a water. What kind of potion are you making?
Sparksy, what kind of potion is it?
Oh, the potion of remembrance.
We're making a potion of remembrance.
She flips to her book.
Also, real quick, I think I know what I'm going to use my wish spell on. I think it should be any object that I touch. I can make an exact copy of that object.
Oh my god.
So
Think about that.
touch everything in my sack.
Think about that. Think about that.
Another star point.
No, that's too strong. That's too strong. We're not doing that.
That's gonna destroy
That is way
the
too
balance of the world.
That's too strong. I'm not going Thanos. No, I'm thinking like. No, I'm just thinking like magic items or some shit. No,
Touch every item in my sack that's money related.
that's too strong.
We'll be rich.
I'll be
That's too. I was just talking like I'm like a fucking like bracers of archery or something. And
Oh.
just being able to copy.
I think it would be an entirely different story if we did another star.
No, not another star point.
And with that, we made
That's just what I'm thinking. Anyways,
anyways.
back to the potion of remembrance.
Oh my god, the core four would just kill.
Yeah, they have to
It would
intervene.
literally destroy it.
Not if we all become gods with the star points.
Oh my
Do
god.
we just keep duplicating?
Just
Oh my
standing
god,
up.
this turns into a war against the core four. Oh my god.
Us
The
versus
one
the
thing
core-
I was trying
Very
to stop my
different
mother from doing.
campaign
Literally very different.
that I planned.
Literally very
We're all
different.
chaotic.
Sorry, man. I didn't think it was gonna roll that high.
This is actually perfect. This is perfect.
How?
Do you know
'Cause
what's
we're
so
gonna
funny?
end season 1 like this.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it is the end of
So-
season one.
After she grabs some of the ingredients that she needed from the back, puts them all into the beaker, grinds in the dust, mixes, puts it over fire, mixes, and she casts a magic spell on it. After about 15 minutes, you guys all sit and wait. She snaps, the flame goes out. She casts a bit of ice to cool it off. Who's it for?
That would be me.
You might want to sit down.
Alright.
I don't know what this is capable of.
sit
I
on
never
the
drank
floor.
one before.
I'll sit on the floor.
Hold your hand.
You can do this. I'll put my hands on both your shoulders from behind.
Bro,
You
just
can do
like
this.
We're all filling
It's
them up.
gonna be okay.
It's been 10 years. I guess we'll see.
You deserve this.
Remember, this potion makes you remember everything you're aware of. It doesn't let you see into the past. It just lets you remember whatever you might have forgotten that you know is true.
You're gonna become. Well, how old is Ryak?
Alright.
oh, she's
Close your eyes.
Oh, fuck. I think we just fucked the boys.
Drink the
He's
potion.
not gonna be 12 anymore. He's growing up. It's all growing
For a second, everything goes black.
Okay.
Just dies.
Your hearing goes out. Your vision goes out. As you guys are looking at him, his mouth drops open. Drool begins to drip as he's just sitting there. And
Oh shit.
Ryak.
your entire life
Can we just kill him?
goes by extremely fast. The way that Gorthox said that the whole history of Elementus flash in his head, but he remembers all of it. That happens to you backwards. Starting with you see the journey that you guys went through up until this point. Coming to Silex, going to Kalem, dealing with the royal cart, going to Galu, dealing with Revenant, and I forgot his name. Baratin?
Griffin? What?
Greg?
I don't know what was going to say Griffin.
Going to the Caesar Lympha with Captain Xavier Zachis. Going to Stagnum. Oh, excuse me. Going to Stagnum with Tenrinkin and Gobsmack. Going to the Spindlewoods and meeting each other. And then going even further back. Skipping over that weird amount of time that when you had your mind lost itself. When the explosion happened. And even you weren't aware what happened then. That sucks. That makes me very upset. Okay, sorry. Wow. Going back to you gaining knighthood. Even further behind that, you training. You getting smaller and smaller in size. You're training with Dredge Fen. You're butlering, learning, reading with Kiltar Heatfang. Speaking with the king. You see in your mind there's this one point that you kind of forgot about before you were, when you first were were into the world. You see some hooded figure run up to the door of the castle with a small child, delivering it and running away. You see, as this happens, there are a bunch of soldiers with bows running right out the door after him. You see there's this, with King Esau, there's this woman who's holding onto his arm on her knees, begging, weeping. Can't make out the words she's saying. And finally he takes her head and just pushes her to the side. As he stands in front of you and he covers your ears. Lifting you up in his hands, he takes you up to his chambers. And the last sight you see is this woman crying as an arrow is shot through her head. You get to the point where you now see your eyes open. You look down and you see what seems to be wood curling and becoming hands. Wood curling, becoming a lap and legs and feet. As you look down at yourself and you look into a mirror and there's a Goliath standing in front of you. As you touch yourself and feel it's you, you're feeling who you are. You look around the room and you see Kiltar and the king and some magic casting sorcerer all looking, their eyes wide open, their mouths agape in shock. And as it's going back from that point, everything goes black. And there's nothing else. And you wake back up in the room. And that is where we end session for today. So, season one wrapped up, baby. We'll see when we can come back to this, but we're going to take a little bit of time, get some, get ourselves straightened out, at least me for sure.
We'll be back maybe next
But,
month, maybe.
We'll see.
June,
I hope
July.
So. I sure hope
August.
so. I sure
Probably
hope
not.
so. August.
August.
But,
Yeah.
thank
Next
you.
week. Next week.
Thanks for tuning
Yeah, do I
in.
gotta
Next week,
rewrite
come on.
everything?
Really appreciate it.
Shit, I have to rewrite
No,
everything.
you technically don't.
Okay. Thank God, I'm not rewriting any of that shit that I have to
technically
do.
But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And I don't know when we'll be back, but we will see you soon.
Goodbye.
Peace out.
Peace.
Bye.
Peace.